ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá, ẹ̀dá kúnyé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá, ẹ̀dá kúnyé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa, ẹ̀dá kúnyé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa.
At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
Peace, family. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. Again, I will greatly appreciate it. Before we get started, we have a couple of announcements. Announcement number 1 and 2, because it's the same topic. We're rolling to Benin Republic for the Voodoo Festival. We are rolling to Benin Republic for the Voodoo Festival tour. That is January 3rd through the 12th. That is January 3rd through the 12th. We are rolling to Benin Republic for the Voodoo Festival. We'd love to have you. If you want to roll with us, please visit donfo.africa. Again, please visit donfo.africa to learn more. Again, please visit donfo.africa to learn more. Once again, we will love to have you all in Benin Republic for the Voodoo Festival. Also, we are going to, I need to update it, but we're going to Sierra Leone. That is going to be April 20th through the 29th. They have not announced they're going to have another citizenship intake process. So I don't know what's going on. Actually, there's going to be another one. We just don't know when. But part of my commitment with being Sierra Leonean, I have my Sierra Leonean citizenship as well as Nigerian, is that I'm gonna bring people to Sierra Leone and really focus and do my role in boosting the tourism and hospitality industries of Sierra Leone. So we're not going to be limited to just citizenship ceremonies to bring people to Sierra Leone to come and enjoy Sierra Leone. So April 20th to the 29th, we're going to Sierra Leone. And then June 1st to the 10th, we're going to Senegal. Sorry about that. We're going to Senegal for the Jazz Festival. Okay. So that's where we're rolling. Shout out to Juanita, who's in the chat room. So that's where we're rolling. That's the itinerary for next year. And then in a couple of weeks, we're actually rolling to Nigeria. We're rolling to Nigeria for the Oshun Festival. We're rolling to Nigeria for the Oshun Festival. Juanita, I'm gonna send you a quick text message while it's on my mind, since I saw you in the chat. I'm about to send you a chat. I'm about to send you a text right now. Between me and you, Juanita. Between me and you, guys, it's not like that. It's not like that. Juanita took the time out to actually help me with she helped with my terms and conditions and my fact page, my frequently asked questions page. Juanita actually took the time out of her day, her busy schedule, to help lay that out for Donfo. And I haven't talked to Juanita in a while. So while Juanita is here, let me send Juanita a quick text message, then we'll jump into the topic. Sorry about that, guys, because I'll forget. Like I said, we got an exciting topic. Okay, there we go. So everyone, thank you for joining. Let me give this disclaimer. At first, I want to apologize. And I know this, when we have these, these discussions, they can get a little heated and people get upset and use certain language that shouldn't be used on here. So number one, no more N-word, okay? No more N-word. And we had a caller who called in yesterday to the show yesterday. It was just rude and irate and emotional. And so we're not gonna have that. So let's be respectful. Once again, I welcome anyone and everyone to call in. We're for diversity in thought, diversity in mindset. If you have differing thoughts, opinions, diversity in it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Diversity in opinions. You don't have to agree with everything I say. You don't have to agree with me at all. But you're more than welcome to call in and give your opinion, add to the conversation. I love to hear from the women as well. All right. I love to hear from the women as well because Kamala Harris is a woman. So I also love to hear from the women as well. So when we have these, I guess, roundtable, would that be the correct term, roundtable? I mean, even though we're not at a round table, but it's like a roundtable discussion. Again, I like to hear from everybody. You're more than welcome to participate. That's fine. Call in, give your opinion. You're more than welcome to. But please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. All right, let's jump into it. And let me give this disclaimer as well. I'm proud of Black people mobilizing and raising close to $3 million for the Kamala Harris campaign. Congratulations. Shout out to you. Again, Black people mobilize. Kai got this shirt for me. I don't know where Kai got it from though, but Kai, when Kai came from Britain, she came, her and her sister came to Atlanta. They stayed a couple, I hosted them for a couple nights. And she brought this shirt and she brought me a Sierra Leone version. But yeah, this is the Niger version. So Black people mobilized and were able to raise close to $3 million for the Kamala Harris campaign. And I applaud them for that because I know when we come together, we can make things happen. But I got questions. All right. Again, I have questions. And and Christine, I'm gonna get into that. And you make a great point. And I don't want to count people's pockets and be in people's pockets and count the money for them. And, well, you should have did this with the money. But Black people galvanized, got together, raised close to $3 million for a woman who said that she ain't doing nothing for Black people and cackled about it. Again, she said, and I'll play the video. She said, I'm not doing nothing specifically for Black folks. And was cackling and laughing about it. But we're beating our chests. We raised this money for Kamala. Go girl, you go girl. We got to see a Black woman in office as president, chucks and pearls. And I'm D9 as well. So if you guys don't know, I'm a Kappa. So I'm D9 as well. And guys, I want to let you know, you have a lot of D9 who are supporting Kamala, and then you have a number of D9 members like myself, male and female, who aren't supporting her. It's just she's not a likable person. I think a Karen Bass, Michelle Obama, if she was to be the nominee, she'll be tried. It'll be very close with Juanita. You're D9? Juanita, I never knew you were D9. See, here's another D9 member. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, black people, D9, black people in general, vote blue no matter who, are very vocal. But they really, in this case, and I'm going to do another show today on this. In this case, a lot of black folks ain't messing with Kamala. Big bro, that's not hate. See, big bro, I don't have the facts on if they didn't raise the money. We're going to assume black folks raised the money because the majority of my frat brothers, SOARs, D9 are successful. So when you have over like 60,000 black people all together, we can't deny that they did not raise. We can't really say without facts that they did not raise over $2 million without facts. All right, we'll just be hating. So we're going to assume, unless you have the facts they didn't, that money was raised by black people. So let's just keep it right there. It was raised by black people, unless you could present something saying that they didn't raise that. So let's just leave it at that. But again, the lady said herself that she's not doing nothing specifically for black people. So what's this money for? And we like to criticize Umar Johnson, who's raised either close to or over $1 million. Now his facility or school isn't open yet, but he has a building for black children. Hey, we could be upset at Jay Morrison. I know that got real murky, but he acquired a facility. The same black people who are mobilizing to raise money for Kamala Harris, who said herself that she's not doing anything for black people, are part of the same black people who, when Ice Cube said, "Hey, I got a plan for Black America," we shouted him, oh, not me, y'all shouted him down and told him to be quiet and told him that the time's not right. This is what y'all did. The people who raised this money for Kamala. A lady who said that she's not doing nothing for black folks. When Ice Cube said, "Hey, listen, I got a plan for Black America. Let's present it to both parties, and that's who's gonna get our vote." Y'all told them to shut up. Y'all told him to shut up. And he's a rapper. That's what you guys told him. A plan for Black America versus symbology. I mean, you guys talk about Black Wall Street. Hey, that $2 million could have went towards a new Black Wall Street. I mean, I don't know. But again, it's not my money. I'm not going to count other people's pockets. But I think black people raise his money. Black people raise his money. I got to give credit where credit is due. Black people raise his money. You got to give credit where credit is due. But let me do this. Let me play our favorite video of Kamala Harris we're going to play our favorite Kamala Harris video. And this is what you guys raised $2 million for. And another thing too, where's Joe Biden?
Sell online and grow your business.
Has anybody heard from Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe Biden? Joe Biden has disappeared. You guys we should be worried about that. Kind of. Well, I mean, I'm not a Democrat, but it's just it's very odd. Where is Joe Biden? Where's Sleepy?
Social media and market.
And is a barrier to progress.
Here we go.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, Black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families.
Guys, did that LIFT Act ever happen? Hold on, let me LIFT Act. LIFT Act. Kamala. Guys, did that LIFT Act ever happen? I don't know if it ever happened. Guys, let me know. Did that LIFT Act ever get passed? Okay.
Who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because whatever benefits that Black family, no. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. Be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. Be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because whatever will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because whatever.
Okay, so this is where your $2 million, $2 million plus dollars is going to. So let's not criticize Umar Johnson. Let's not criticize Jay Morrison. The way you guys treated Ice Cube, you're wrong. I mean, shout out to Amina in the chat room. Hey, Amina. Hey, Amina, how you doing? I texted you the other day, Amina. You didn't respond. I mean, like, where's your $2 million going towards? Guys, links in the chat room. Listen, if you disagree with me, you call in and disagree. If you donated and you say, "Hi, hey, Dinus, this is what I donated for." Hey, no problem. But link is in the chat room. You're more than welcome to call in and add to the convo. Again, link is in the chat room. You're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. But yeah, this is what Black folks raised all this money for. Okay, well, Olawale, you're more than welcome to call in. Yeah, and they raised that money in less than 24 hours. That money was raised in less than 24 hours. And not to hate. When it comes to like campaigning and campaigns and presidential campaigns, 40,000 people. Well, really, like, because you gotta think the actual men too. We'll just say 60,000, 50,000 people raising $2 million. And I want to be careful because I don't want to minimize what they were able to do. It's really not a lot of money amongst when you talk about 50,000 people. I mean, 2,000, 5,000 people, hell, 3,000 people spend that at a 3,000 Black folks will spend that at a Beyonce concert. When it's Trump's Citizen Day, it got pushed back because of the whole presidential immunity case. So they scrambling. So the documents case got thrown out. All this stuff is everything that they throw at Trump is none of it sticking, and it's all getting thrown out. So because right now the only it's not even policies that they're hanging their hat on. It's Trump's a 34. He was convicted of 34 crimes. He's a convicted 34. He was convicted of 34 felonies. He's a convicted felon. We can't let a convicted felon into the White House. Well, what happens if they throw that out? What's the next excuse going to be? Project 2025. Okay, Trump already said that his agenda is Agenda 47. It's on his website. So say the 34 felonies get overturned, like what's your argument going to be? Go ahead, Smart.
Man, first thing first, man, shout out to your platform, man. Shout out to the work that you're doing. Shout out to the things that you're trying to put out for the people to see and all the information that you're doing and hopefully that your upcoming tours is successful. And I hope that people will look into it and see a different light in a different direction that we can look at and experience instead of this identity politics. I've been singing that we're on the doom train. The doom train is coming, is filled up. I don't actually added another doom train to it because, I've been listening to the last 2 or 3 platforms, to 2 or 3 streams you did. And this always shows me that the weak men that in the Black community that don't want to do anything, don't want to produce anything. So the easiest thing for them to do is just to be quiet and prop up Black women, as if some type of way propping up Black women, some type of way they're gonna trickle down to Black men. But see, this is the funny thing, black men. Once you prop a black woman up, oh, she's gonna let you prop her up. She's gonna say, oh, thank you, king, and thank you, you know what I'm saying, black men defend black women. But once she get on top of your head with her feet securely established, grounded, she gonna piss on your face. You get what I'm saying? As a whole, that's what they're gonna do. Now, when it comes to Kamala Harris, I believe I'm gonna get back to the black women pissing on black man face in about 2 minutes. But let's just stick with commandment. You know what I'm saying? AKA Queen Asian, AKA South Pacific, Miss Dirty Wine, smoking weed, listening to Tupac before Tupac was even invented. We ain't gonna even talk about that. The problem is, Dinus, is that the D9 and the sororities, because my daughter's in college, and she was talking about the push to donate money. The problem is, Dinus, is that even though it was 44 or 64,000, it was still 90% black women that gave this money. Do you get what I'm saying? And on top of that, when you have a society of people, when you have a classification of people that only votes off of emotions, anytime you get a woman to say, well, I don't care nothing about foreign policy, I don't care nothing about the border. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if she was control over the border. I don't care if some of the people she let in the border killed people, raped people, robbing people, are in Chicago or in New York getting money to stay in luxury hotels, getting $9,000. I don't care about none of that. She went to a black college. She's the face of black women, and that's what they're gonna support. Now, when you get to the point that you have a group of people that think like that, praise white Jesus for white people. Because white people are not going to vote with their emotion. They care about the border. They care about global policy. They care about how you look on the stage. Because one thing about white people, they care about their sovereignty. They care about how the world is looked at on a national and global plane. Only black people care about is changing. Not black people. Majority black women care about is black girl magic. You get what I'm saying? So if anything, she should be selling motherfucking leggings, you know what I'm saying, with the vibranium creases in it to black women, because that's all she got for them. But this is the funny thing, Dinus. It's the same way when Joe Biden ran the last time. You had crying, and people always talk about Van Jones and Bakari Sellers crying for white people. Jim Clapper, the guy from South Carolina, he cried for Biden on stage in front of his wife. You get what I'm saying? So you got these crying simp men that knows that you can make money. It's money in the game of simping. You get what I'm saying? Because black women will support.
Yeah, Derek. You're sorry to cut you off. Your boy, Derek. What was his name?
Action Jackson,
Derek Jackson. Yeah.
Come on, I was just. If you would have gave me 3.2 seconds, the same way that they'll support somebody, in the same way that Derek Action Paxton Jackson was sitting up there in his car in front of his side chick house with pussy on his breath, ain't even took a shower, is out there telling women on what they should do about they man and how they need to donate to him to buy his sex cars, to buy his program, while he got a whole wife over there with a motherfucking bonnet on and the goddamn in the butt of the shield of Jesus, and she sit up there walking around with a Bible on her head around the house talking crazy like the chicks in Nigeria that's carrying 50-gallon water gallon jugs on their head. You know what I'm saying? Acting crazy. And then after all of that got caught, after multiple women came out and get caught, you still got black women still up there. Now half of them left. But by that logic, half of them is still there. So what we have is that she's popular amongst black people. And like I tell y'all all the time, I've been seeing that my lingo has been catching on. The black women are loud and wrong, but at least they are happy to be loud and wrong. They don't, Diners, they don't give a fuck if they're riding in a car and the wheel is not connected to the car. The wheel is in the other lane watching them. They're like, oh shit, there goes a wheel. Oh, it's supposed to be on the car. They don't give a fuck. They just know that they're in a car, they all going one way, and they all sitting up there talking about some AKAs and some goddamn with Phi Beta Sigma. And these dudes out here, they're acting like Zeta Phi Betas. They acting like some straight up chicks. You got dudes on the internet, and then what they trying to do is, when you hear them talk, just like I heard your last stream, dudes was up here talking, and you would have thought that they mama was behind them with the hand up their ass like a ventriloquist, telling them what to say, using words like misogyny. So anytime you say something against a woman, that means that you acting like you hate them. You know what I'm saying? So it's that weird thing that black men have came up with this notion because they don't have no fight. They're not pushing no narrative. It's black women that's pushing the narrative. At least I'm honest enough to understand that that's what's going on. So I don't even pay attention to those men. You get what I'm saying? So I watched the Roland Martin show yesterday. I saw all those beta males. I saw Bakari Sellers get up there and start crying. He trying to take Van Jones' job now for crying for white people. He got up there boo-hoo crying. And Bakari Sellers stood up there, and he was sitting up there crying about Joe Biden 2 weeks ago. He was sitting up there, him and that light skin, what the girl name from, she used to be on CNN, she used to be on Angela Rye or something that.
Yeah, she cries too.
The girl that got the flattest ass of any black girl in the United States, you know what I'm saying? Both of them was sitting up there repping that gay guy, that gay governor that was running for governor down there in Tallahassee, that was caught in the room with two men and 3 grams of Molly in between his ass cheeks. Pause. Hard pause. Ray Gilliam, whatever his name, Sugar Boy Gilliam, whatever his name, they was all out there crying for him. And he up there getting smashed, raw dog on Molly and Perks in a cheap hotel. These are the type of boulets. So I understand, Danish, you're a part of that section, but you can tell the difference between a person that got critical thinking with the sororities and the fraternities and the people that have a hive mentality with the fraternities and sorority. Clearly you don't have that, but the rest of them do. So all this is media excitement. It's the same thing when Michael Vick came to Atlanta. Yeah, we got some razzle and dazzle. Yeah, we went to the playoff. Yeah, we won a conference. You get what I'm saying? But all of that running around, tap dancing, doing the James Brown in the backfield when you missing the 40-yard, corner route play, halfway down the field because you run around trying to cite the crowd. You with the oohs and the eyes and the yeah and the ooh and the crunk and the raise the roof. That's what we do as black people. So it's going to be a whole lot of line dancing. It's going to be a whole lot of ass shaking. It's going to be a lot of loud, wrong, husky hyena, wig, weave wearing wild hyena hood rats, the weave and the wet wavy, natural Peruvian kinky, the price is finna go up, the stock of weave, nail polish, and acrylic finna go all the way up because these chicks gonna be out there dancing and marching for commandment. And I pass the mic, man.
Hey, Hustle Smart, where's Joe Biden at? He disappeared.
But he caught an imaginary virus. You know what I'm saying? Me and my daughter, we were speaking about this. You know what I'm saying? I said he would have been better. He would have been better if he showed up at that convention in Vegas. I mean, in Vegas or New Orleans or wherever it was. I think it was in Vegas. He would have been better showing up there and then say, yeah, I don't feel good. Let me take a break and go take a test. and then have COVID. But then they showed him had COVID and he barely could walk up the stairs, bro. We ain't talking about the other videos where he tripping or miss a step. Hell, I miss a step. You know what I'm saying? Especially when that Church of Chicken 3-piece, you know, they're selling the 2-piece on Tuesday for $1.99. I miss a step every now and then. But what I'm saying is that he couldn't even walk up 12 steps to get on the most protected, safe plane that the world have ever seen. Now he's in a bunker somewhere hidden on the beach. He barely can talk. He didn't even show his face, Dinus. He called in. He called in on his T-Mobile phone, put it on speaker.
Obama phone. Obama phone.
Yeah, the one that you get in the Dollar General parking lot with the tin over there with the sandbags at the bottom to stop the motherfucker from flipping over if it rains too hard. He actually called in to the point that people were so shocked they thought it was an AI voice. So this is the weird thing that's going on. Any other time you have a president making a video of anything, but he's that fucked up because he's sitting up there with a blanket over. He probably got 23 blankets and 6 of those goddamn Kenyan guys. What old Kenyan guys that jump up in the air all the time? Those guys, the Maasai. He probably got on six Maasai blankets and 23 goddamn blankets from Pennsylvania of the Mormons up there under him right now. And that's just show you the dishonesty of them, because there's no way that she set up that she saw everything was going on. That's disingenuous on her part, that she set up there was. Listen, I heard the guy yesterday. I didn't agree with everything he said about the white supremacy and all this stuff, but one thing he said was true. As a vice president, you are a deputy sheriff to the sheriff. If you see that the sheriff is not capable of handling the duties, you supposed to step up in charge. That's what Article 13, I forgot what I think it's Article 13 or whatever, that you have to call the Congress and get them together. It is no way in the world.
They want to call in after the conversation. Please click on the link, and you're more than welcome to call in and add to the combo.
They sit up and say that. They sit up there and say that she was just, toting the line. But that means that she's accountable for all the policies. She was in charge of the border, Dinus. See, these are the things that I understand all the black woman with the sister girl, and she had on some Timberland boots, and she had on some leggings. She don't look the same in leggings as y'all big booger wolves, as y'all Stacey Abrams. You get what I'm saying? As y'all Simone Sanders looking chicks. She look, man, when she put on them leggings and jumped off that plane in them Timberland boots, she was goddamn built up like 6 o'clock, a 3:45. She was straight up and down. As soon as she got to where she going, she completely changed. You know what I'm saying? It's the thing about it is that now they're coming for black men. They want to give black men the Tiffany Cross, whatever her name was, used to be with MSNBC before they fired her. They're trying to give black men that treatment now, to say black men need to fall in line. Black men need to do what black women say. And I don't blame black women for demanding that from black men, because black men are just being quiet. But one thing that I know about black men is that black men have sat up for the last 3 years, Dinus, and watched black women jump on the Me Too movement, black women jump on the feminist movement, black women don't jump on the hypersexual, black women don't jump on the believe all women, black women don't jump on every type of forum and ideology to suppress and feminize black men. And black men are quietly fed up with it. They've been fed up with it, but they don't know how to vocalize. Most black men cannot vocalize themselves like I can on the fly. You get what I'm saying? They can't do it. So they just sit back in silence and been taking it, to the point that you can even see on social media, if a black man say anything, you got 1,000 husky hyenas from Southeast DC you know what I'm saying, with dirty tennis shoes and laces on, attacking him, telling him about his mama, telling him who raised him. And then on top of that, everything a black man say, oh, you hate black women. Who did something to you? So it was not like black women can argue. All they do, they gave the Kevin Samuel treatment. You know what I'm saying? Insults. That's all they can issue out. So now black men are not going to gravitate to that, because even the black men that supporting Kamala Harris, they don't even talk about black men. Only thing they want from black men is their vote. It is nothing else that Kamala, the D9, the 6-9, the D12, B12, Preparation H has said anything about what's for black men. It's all about put this lady up here because black women are following us. Black women are leading. Y'all niggas y'all dudes ain't shit. So y'all follow with everything that we're saying, so you can keep getting the cheapest box on the market right now. You keep trying to fuck these obese chick with their knees knocking and their thighs crumbling. You keep want to get these chicks that got three kids by 12 baby daddies. You keep messing with these chicks that make nail salons $1 billion a year. You keep get to have sex with these chicks that will divorce you and take all your shit from you. You get to keep messing with these chicks that'll put you on child support. You keep getting to mess with these chicks that make the hair industry over $2 billion a year. That's all you get, black man. That's all you get. Because if they was able to push her to the forefront, to the highest office, it would be nothing for you. She wouldn't owe you anything. Because at the end of the day, she just wants that the Democrats just want 100% of the black vote. They know that they're going to get 85 to 88% of black women. They have already projected that it's going to be 16 to 20% of black men that's gonna vote for Trump. They want that 20%. Your 20% black men is not gonna never, just by numbers, doesn't make them have to give you anything. They still gonna have their allegiance with black women. Every time they talk about black women. And Van Jones, this is the last thing, and I'm gonna land the plane. I promise y'all this. I heard Van Jones on CNN last night and said, you know what? I don't think black men gonna stand for this. You know, he's talking about Kamala Harris, because black men, they're gonna defend black women. Black men don't even consider Kamala Harris black. She definitely ain't showed no blackness toward black men. Now, she might have showed it when she joined the AKA or whatever the fuck sorority. And believe me, I had this conversation with my baby mama yesterday because she went to Howard University. And she's completely on the commandment train. She don't care about the border. She don't care if they let 300 million illegal immigrants in come through the border. She doesn't care about none of that. She don't care how she performs on the national or the global stage. She don't care about none of that. All she cared about was that Kamala went to Howard University. And that is a dangerous woman. And I pass the mic.
All right, Mr. Sandman, go ahead, Mr. Sandman.
Hey, how y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, I was indoctrinated into the United States way of thinking of being highly patriarchal. You know, especially since I was indoctrinated into Abrahamic religions like Christianity or Islam, where it's high patriarchal. But just recently, I started doing a little bit of research into some ancient or indigenous West African religions like Ifa, and I started to find out that they have deities and gods that are female. And I started to look at myself and how I'm like this assimilated man here in the European culture, believing that it's all about the patriarchy, when my bloodline comes from a group of West Africans that, didn't have a problem with a woman being in charge of some things. So I'm starting to look at things a little differently.
Oh Lord, boy, you got the right people on the panel for this.
Hold on, one mic, Mr. Salmon. You need to come to Nigeria with me for the Oshun Festival. Like you really need to come.
Yeah, I would like to. So
I mean, you need to come, yeah, because it's still patriarchal. So I don't know where you're getting that from. Like,
what's stopping you from going, Mr. Sandman?
Oh, I got some things to do with my family here. I'm real busy right now. Shit's real crazy, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I definitely want to come though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think you need to come and we go to the source. So you need to come and really observe. And it's a patriarchal society. So I just don't know where you're getting that from.
Well, am I wrong when I say that, when they have female deities?
Well, I mean, there are female deities the same way in the Bible you had Jesus came from Mary. I mean, Abraham married Sarah. I mean, so you do have female deities, but I don't know where you're getting that. It's a Are you saying that it's a matriarchal society? That's what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that it's fully matriarchal. I'm the tenets of Ifa, from my understanding, is the woman or the Black woman or the African woman, her job is to bring life, and it's the man's job to guide life. I'm not sure if I'm.
Well, I mean, I think that's in every society.
Yeah, that's in
every society.
Yeah, I mean, the woman, like, think about it like this, Mr. Sandman. The woman is the oven. Like, if you don't put, let's use you, Mr. Sandman. If you don't drop your bread, so to speak.
Hello?
If you don't drop your bread in the oven cannot produce anything. If you change that, if you don't drop your yeast in the oven, the oven cannot bake it and make it bread. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if the oven didn't drop me, then I couldn't put anything in the oven.
Yeah, but still though, I'm using your own logic. The man carries I think T. Khalid said this the other day. The man has over 80 billion X and Y chromosomes swimming around in it. A woman doesn't carry none of that. She's just the oven. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
why do Black men love devaluing their role in place of women?
I have no idea why they do that.
It's like we're the only race who does that. Well, a woman is a queen, so my place on earth is just useless. It's like, bro, what society do you know on earth in history where women ran it from top to bottom and the men were just subservient? That never happened in history. And all of these matriarchies, I Googled every matriarchy in Africa and Asia. The only reason why these quote unquote matriarchies survived is because the men allowed it. But in history and in the animal kingdom, if the men want to take over, they can. So I don't know why we always devalue our male role. To me, it's just pussy pandering. That's all it is. It's to get the women, the Black women to say, oh, tell them. Yes, sir. We's a god. It's just pussy pandering, man. That's all we think about. Like, let's be real. Because who devalues their gender in favor of another gender? It's like, are you not proud of your man? No wonder why we got a bunch of trans women running around.
Men that don't hunt, T. Khalid, you got to have that hunter. Do you know why most people don't like me on this platform, T. Khalid? Is because I have a hunter's mentality. You know, there's no simp. That's why I named my channel the Simp Police Academy. It is no simp in me at all. Believe me. And believe me, the women that don't want me to simp like Miss Christie, hey, Miss Christie, I see her on the platform. Even me and Miss Christie, we don't have to agree with each other, but she knows that I'm a fair guy. I'm not going to agree with everything she's saying just because she's a woman, but Miss Chrissy is a different type of woman. She can stand on her own. But these other women want you to simp for them. And there's dudes out here that will simp for them. They would, listen, T. Khalid, he's not putting her above him. He's just moving out the way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And look at the Black community as a result of that. Like, no male leadership is killing our community.
I get it. I understand that. So what I'm saying is because, see, that would never happen in Africa. The reason why men are allowed to do this, because men don't have to take care of women in America. You have the government, you have the federal government, you have the state government, you have all type of systems and all that. Listen, in Atlanta, bro, they don't even care about men being homeless. They got a goddamn 1,000 women's shelters, T. Khalid, and they state of the art. You ought to go to the men's shelter, but it look like some shit from off New Jack City. They don't care.
But what was it? What was it? Star Trek. Hey, but Mrs. Sandman, I gotta pass to Chrissy. Mrs. Sandman, you need to come to Nigeria with me for the Oshun Festival.
I think he need to come too.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
But hold on, let Mr. Because we kind of cut him off.
I think y'all
let Mr. Sandman finish his point,
though.
man. Let Mr. Sandman finish his point.
Then I'll pass it to Chrissy. Go ahead, Mr.
Because
Sandman.
he's a real passionate brother. A little misguided sometimes, but I think he's a passionate brother. Go ahead, Mr. Sandman. Finish your point, man.
Yeah, I think that you misunderstood me. Now, all right, take your analogy when you were talking about the oven, right? So there comes a point where you got to realize that as men that if you're going to be the leadership, then you got to be a part of the service, right? So if it's our job to lead, then it's our job to support life. And if life is the woman, then it's our job to be her servant. And I think that's where Ifa is trying to talk about, or a lot of these religions are trying to talk about, is the center of your life is your woman, and then you have to service her so that you can bring forth life in the future so you can continue to have life. Now, I'm not saying like completely sacrifice yourself and kill yourself, you know what I mean? But you know, I mean, if your oats are sold, and it's time to, like, you know, bring forth the next generation, the center or the center of your life needs to be the woman.
But are you subservient? So I understand serving a woman, because I have a daughter. I've been married twice, and I got 2 baby mamas, so I have 4 women that let me skeet up in them at any given time. You get what I'm saying? For numerous years. But what I'm saying is, I served them in a capacity of when I was with them. But you think that you could be subservient to a female?
Subservient? No, I mean, because most women, they don't even want to lead a man, because on the real, for real, it's not in their nature to be leaders in that
Come
fact.
on, Mr. Sandman.
Hold on.
Mr.
You
Sandman.
said it's not in men's. Oh my God, bro!
Come
Did
on,
he
Mr.
just say
Sandman.
that?
You disingenuous. Now we actually had that conversation, Mr. Sandman, on my show, where we was talking about how the women these days have taken up the role of men.
Yeah, they
act like men and talk like men.
I don't know. I think they're just like testing the man to see if they'll allow them to push him that way. And if you allow her to walk over you, then she'll do it.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
okay. So hold on. By that logic, before we pass it to Chrissy, if men are not okay, if she's testing men by acting like a man, talking like a man, you know what I'm saying? If no man is pushing back, what is stopping her from continuing that behavior, Mr. Sandman?
Well, I think it's natural selection. You know, only 50% get an opportunity to reproduce, and the weak ones don't get the women, and the women don't give their bodies to weak men.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying that woman that act like a husky hyena, if no man give her pushback, what incentive that she has to stop acting like a man?
I don't know, man. That's like a hard question to answer. Let me pass it, because let me pass it to T. Khalid, and I'm gonna pass it to Chrissy. Go ahead, T.
Nah, man, shit. I kind of got diverted a little bit, but speaking what I spoke on the other time, and what Simply said is, yeah, like black women are really leading the black politics, because you can see that the Democrats are actually catering to them. And to be honest, I can't hate on black women for that, because they're out there loud and making their voices heard. And we got too many black men who want to play this subservient role. Well, we can let the women lead. They are gods back at home, and this is why the community's failure. Like, you have to understand, man. if the matriarchal role was the role to be, then the black community should be the best community, because most of our heads of home are not men. It's all women. We have black men raising families and women raising families, and that's all women. So if that's the case, our crime rates, our crime rate should go down, our literacy rates should go up, our economic, everything should go up. But it's not. So I don't know why black men see their leadership role to women. And to be honest, I do think they brought into the white liberal feminist system where, the white liberals have beat down, I would even say the white men, to the point where he don't even want to lead anymore. They hear this toxic masculinity word a lot. And then they got these paid feminists on TV talking about toxic masculinity and what type of man they want. And unfortunately, some men in our nature, especially if we're not talking to women regularly, having sex, they're going to mold into the man that they think women want. And if it's these beta males who these feminists are pushing, unfortunately, the male population will mold into that. So yeah, man. So when I'm looking at this election as a whole, you see Kamala Harris running, and all the black women are falling in line, and unfortunately, all the black men are falling in line. This is a failure of black men. And let me say this too, man. This is another reason why you got to credit black women. Now, I don't care about interracial relationships, but we all know if Barack Obama had a white wife, no black woman would support him. Dead stop. They would say immediately, he is not loyal to the black women. So why can't black men have the same standard? Okay, why are we sitting up here supporting a woman who is not in a relationship with the black man? Why can't we be just like our counterparts? If they're going to hold us to that standard, we're going to hold you to that standard. You're not loyal to the black man. We know you're not going to do anything for us. So therefore, we're not going to vote for you. Why can't black men do the same thing? And I'll pass the mic.
Because black men don't have no standard.
All right,
That's the problem.
Go ahead, Chrissy.
Yes, hi everyone. I just got on when I heard Mr. Sandman talking. I was really I got lost and I was trying to follow the conversation. And I did hear recently you had another post or another podcast where the guy was talking. I don't want no man being my servant. I don't know what woman finds that attractive. I don't want no man to be my servant, right?
It's plenty of Miss Chrissy.
Well, I don't want that. So I even in Africa, yes, you had situations where there were women in leadership. We can name those women on our hands, like Queen Nzinga, Queen Amina, because there were a few of them, but the society was largely run by the men. It was largely built and run by the men. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know if he's trying to say that because of these instances of women leadership, then we should be voting for Kamala. I'm just trying to, if you can explain the correlation.
I think that's what he's trying to say. He's just like, dude, I ain't voting.
No, I don't. What that got to do with anything? What that got to do with anything? What does it have to do with policy? You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't understand. I don't understand. So maybe if he can explain better, I just don't get it.
Oh, go ahead, Mr. Sandman, if you want to respond. Oh,
no, he left. I knew he was gonna leave. I knew he was gonna leave because this is the same conversation that me and him had before, Miss Chrissy. You get what I'm saying? So and now I had to explain to him that a lot of straight head looking, straight narrow, following that path women, they can understand what I'm saying. Of course, Miss Chrissy, a lot of women don't like my rhetoric. But for the women that sees that, okay, he's on a playing field, I can be swayed either way, Miss Chrissy, if you come with facts. That's why I got hashtag not my sister. Like, my sister name is Leslie. You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere in the world I would vote for Kamala Harris. And then you got the black man sitting up there talking about, well, who you want, a prosecutor? I done been locked up 19 times, Miss Chrissy. The hell I want to see a prosecutor. The last thing that I want to think about when I go to bed is a prosecutor up here running the country. Because you want to know something, Miss Chrissy? A prosecutor has a one-track mind. It's to find you guilty. It's not to find you innocent. They're just a prosecutor. Just see, this is the thing that I'm telling you. They'd have me up here making T-shirts. A prosecutor job is to find you guilty, Miss Chrissy, not to work with you, not to come with an understanding. It's to find you guilty or to get you to plead guilty. You get what I'm saying? So they trying to set this narrative on her personality. And the only thing that personality works toward is for black people. Because black people and black men, Miss Chrissy, is the only people that will vote for somebody like that. That a dude, Joe, let me tell you, Miss Chrissy, this is the last thing I promise I'm gonna end it at this. I was sitting in jail before I got sentenced when the 1994 crime bill came out. If I would have got my sentence just a few months before that, I would have not did the time that I did in prison. But by that 94 crime bill, when I heard Joe Biden sit up there and call black men super predators, you know what I'm saying? And then Hillary Clinton came up there. I'm watching this. I'm standing right in the, it was like on a movie. I'm standing in the break room, the TV room by myself, standing looking dead at the camera. And Joe Biden said that we need to get control of these black men that we have designated as super predators. Super predators, that's what he called black men. And then Hillary Clinton came on right after that. She said out her mouth, we got to bring these black men, super predators, to heal. Do you know what that means to bring somebody to heal, Dinus? To bring somebody to heal, that's like telling an animal to come sit down right at the back of your foot. That's what that means. And I heard her say that, and I heard him say that. And when they enacted that in law, because I didn't get my time to act, it don't matter when you get charged, it's when your case get adjudicated. It's when it get dissolved in the court system. That means that I was a first offender, first time ever been locked up. I didn't get the probation that was promised to me. Now I receive mandatory time, Miss Chrissy, mandatory time. So it was either when the 94 crime bill kicked down. I want black men to hear this. That's when a third of your time, 24 months, whichever one comes first. You get what I'm saying? So I was going to get 10 years probation. Now I had 10 years to serve. And I had to do a third of that. So that's what the 94 crime bill did to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's fine. Because I think that prison, I'm one of them type of people, I tell everybody that prison saved my life. If I wouldn't have been in prison, I would have been like Nino Brown or something. That was the route I was going in the streets. So, but what I'm saying is, but I was one of the lucky ones that made it out from that. Some guys got, they first time getting locked up, they couldn't handle that pressure. It allowed me to calm down, to narrow my thought process and want to do things better. But most people that didn't have family support, you know what I'm saying? They like, well, my life is over. You know what I'm saying? I got a felony now. I don't know how to get a job. I'm not a good presenter of my, I don't know how to represent myself. I don't know how to talk. You know, I don't know how to combat this felony when it comes up. Listen, Miss Chrissy, I still, when I go for certain jobs or certain bundings, when I have to bring my thing, I still have to talk about this. This some shit happened years before. I still have to explain that. So, you know, that always follows you. You know, I'm not even allowed to be on a military base. When my cousin graduated from military school at the academy, and I couldn't even go on there. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things, are the laws from the 94 crime bill. But you still got black men that got caught up in the crime bill, still voted for Joe Biden. You got black men that Kamala Harris prosecuted and added time to their sentence, still talking about protect black women. You got Roland Martin dancing bear, wobble, shaking his ass for Hillary Clinton out here defend black women, sitting up here trying to donate. But this is the thing about the donation though, Miss Chrissy. They raised $2 million. The Latinos dropped $44 million.
Wow.
So therefore, don't get me wrong. The black people are loud and wrong, but the agenda is gonna go to the Latinos because they dropped the 44 million. They're just gonna let black people pull out the bullhorn to be the representative. The black people gonna be the face of it. The black people gonna have you ever seen those memes on Instagram or whatever where they show the black people holding up the board for everybody else to walk over? That's what we do, and that's what's gonna happen in this next election. I pass the mic.
Oh, here goes. Let me pass it. Idris, go ahead and mute yourself. Idris, unmute yourself. Go ahead,
Hello,
Idris.
Dynast. Yeah,
Hey, how are
hello,
you?
Dynast.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, everyone. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to chip in a little bit. This is scary a little bit for me. I don't know Kamala. I don't know if she's gonna be the best thing for this country. I know people will be happy she's a black lady and stuff like that, but I I really wish Trump was not the one on the other side. Because even though Trump has good policies, I think his messaging is gonna end up electing Kamala. And Kamala, policy wise, I think she's gonna be terrible for this country. That's the only thing really that really worries me, because I don't really care about personalities. I really care about what are the policies that will better the country. I have I mean, I'm African, but I have my kids here and I have my family here. So that's more important to me than personalities, because at the end of it all, most of us travel to come and seek things that will better us and will get back to our country. But really, this is scary. It is scary.
Would you say
Uh,
a part of Trump's popularity is because he's unvarnished? He's not a nice guy that puts criminality, like a nice face on criminality or open borders or pushing all this nonsense. Like finally, we have someone who's actually speaking their mind and not some just platitudes. Like
that's
don't you think that's a part of his personality, and that's why the media kind of hates him because he's up front?
But the problem you have in this country is that you have a media. Let me say about 80% or 90% of the media is either corporate or liberal, right? And more left leaning. You have a very small amount of media that's conservative or right leaning, that have that can propagate the message that the conservatives are trying to say. Virtually, you most people you talk to, you're not arguing on policy. You're arguing on the conservatives are racist and they don't like women, they don't like black people. So at the end of so you're not having no conversation, you're just having emotions. So it becomes a difficult thing, and the media propagates that so much that it's hard to filter the information and get what's important out of the information. I feel that's a big problem in this country today, because you're gonna see how much they're gonna clean up the image of Kamala. They're gonna clean it up so much that it will be difficult for Trump. I'm telling you, it's gonna be very tough. I think his policies are better, but because he's not a good messenger, and I don't think he chose the right vice president, because he needed to juxtapose himself. He needed someone that would be a slight opposite from him, someone that's more malleable. But I think he picked a younger version of himself, and that is going to make him more difficult to sell to the people in the middle. And you need those people to win elections. I'm telling you, the messaging for Kamala is gonna be wonderful, and that's people have to pay attention to that. I'm telling you.
Well, the only thing I can say is, man, I don't think Kamala Harris is a strong talker. I don't think she can draw a crowd. Really, I believe the only people who are going to really vote for her are already the brainwashed Americans who just hate Trump for his personality, who was never going to vote for Trump and always going to vote for Biden anyway. I do believe with the social media, a lot of black people are waking up, especially black men. I think the more we keep focusing on black men, and we can at least get about 20 to 30% of black men to wake up and just not vote blue no matter who, and find their balls and stop always being so used to having a woman tell them what to do and lead over them, and while they sit and cruise and not being taken seriously. I believe that's going to change it, because really at this point, I believe it's going to be black people deciding this election, and I'm just hoping that we're not throwing, especially black men. I know black women are going to probably throw 90% on Kamala Harris. We can't get around that, but black men,
See,
we
I
can
don't
at least get
I don't
50% message.
I don't know, man. I don't think Kamala's gonna get 90% of the black woman
Yeah,
vote.
she's not gonna get it.
I don't think so, T. I really don't think so. I don't think
Man,
so.
I hope so, man. I don't know, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
we just listened to that one lady who voted for Trump twice. I forget her name, but then she found out Kamala was running, and now she's undecided. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and to me, it's just like I want to see a queen in office. No, a lot, you gotta understand, the woman operates off emotion and pandering. How do you think we get women? We tell them they are beautiful and stuff like that. That's what women thrive off on. So you have a woman who is black, who is trying to act black or sassy. To them, the pandering is enough for women to say, "Oh, you go, girl. I want to see her in office." It's gonna have nothing to do with policy, man.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's not going to be policy debate. It's going to be a debate on emotions, and that Trump is a racist, and that Vance is a racist, and the Republicans are racist. They don't like women. The idea of women health and abortion, which don't make sense to me. Abortion is not women's health. There are so many other aspects of women's health that's more important. But that's why they don't talk. They don't say abortion. They say women's health. So
And they're gonna
that
keep
that
that narrative. Go ahead. My bad.
yeah. So that's the thing. It's not that they have the narrative, right? It's that they have the media personalities. They have basically virtually 90% of the media in this country is left leaning. So you're not gonna get them to really propagate the case on policy, and that is why I'm really pretty sure Kamala will win.
Idris, what you don't understand is what you're seeing right now is what you call a blitz. Have you ever? It's just an all-out blitz right now. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
Now,
is.
after
It is.
they get through with the blitz, they're gonna have to start talking about policy. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna have to. It has to start that. See, the popularity game. She's winning the popularity game because it's women that's promoting the popularity game. You know what I'm saying? And I heard I saw y'all in the chat talking about my voice, and y'all know y'all love that country slang. Y'all know y'all love that DSGB down South Georgia boy lingo, shorty. Come on now. But what I'm saying is that you're getting the popularity part. So they're like, okay, she took in $40 million. She took in $200 million. What the fuck that got to do with anything? She can take in do y'all not understand that in a president election, you need like $1 billion. You need like $1 billion. And all of it is advertising. So all that money that was donated to Khalid, it's just going on some goddamn radio ads, some TV ads. Ain't none of that money going to Umar Johnson with him saying the same thing. He even say the same thing. Dinah say things twice. Umar Johnson say things 12 times. You get what I'm saying? So why none of that? Why nobody help Umar Johnson get the floors in the tile done? I believe me, Dinah, I listened to the show the other day. I heard them dudes up here talking about the tiles and the floor is the last thing to get done. How hard is that to get done? You can take out a small loan. That's not even, you don't even have to take out a business loan to get the floor and the tile. Believe me, I am a loan man. I know all type of loans. If you, Dinah, are you listening? Are you playing with
I'm
the
here.
keys of the? Listen.
I'm listening. I'm here.
Let me explain something to you, Dinah. You have a home, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, if you want to do some now, if you want to do an addition to the house, it's a different loan you take for that, right?
Right.
But if you want to do just some inside remodeling, it's a different loan for that, right?
Right.
And the reason because, and on top of that, it's a refinance if you want to pull the equity out of your home, right?
Correct.
The reason why it would be so easy for him to get the tile, for Dr. Umar Johnson to get the tile and the floor done, because he already had the capital, the building as collateral, Dinus.
Right.
So it would be nothing for him to go in there and say, excuse me, I got a $2 million property in my name signed. I have the deed Bank of America. I have the deed Wells Fargo. Could you just give me a loan for the tile and the floor? I have an estimate right now for the carpet and the tile, and this is exactly what I need. No more, no less. How hard would that be able to get, Dinus, if you already have the $2 million as collateral, sir?
It'd be easy.
But he's not gonna do it. See, that's the one thing that sometimes Brandon get a little amped up. He don't explain himself right. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll start arguing the messenger and not the point sometimes. But in this sense, that's all Brandon had to say the last time. If Umar Johnson, he don't want to take out a loan. He want to keep jumping on the internet and begging y'all for money and saying things 12 times. But I'm telling y'all, if the HVAC system and all of that is done, the plumbing, the lighting, all of it, and the only thing left is the carpet and the tile, he can take out a loan on that and they would give it to him anyway, because the first thing they would ask, sir, what is your collateral? And he'll be like, bam, it go to deed to this $2 million property I have. I just need a loan for this, and then I'll get it back with crowdfunding. They don't give a fuck how you gonna pay it back, because you're putting up the $2 million of your building as collateral. You get what I'm saying? So the money for the donation, we decide to throw it at her, and then if we don't get nothing out of it, Black women don't care. What they care about is that sororities get to be on Front Street, Miss Chrissy. That sororities get to be talked about, Miss Chrissy. That's all Black women care about.
Customer, let me pass it to Alan. Let me pass it to Alan real quick. Go ahead, Alan.
Hey, good topic. I was listening to you guys earlier, and you guys alluded to was Biden. Where is Joe Biden? And so
explain that umbrella, Alan.
Huh?
Explain that umbrella.
Oh, that's shielding our children from the
Oh, I was looking
rainbow.
at the colors. Okay, I was looking at the
You see
colors.
the children underneath and the parents, and then the umbrella is covering and all
but
that
what's
rainbow
up with the
stuff going
colors
off the
though?
side.
What's up with the colors?
that's what it is, man. It's
no, you ain't saying nothing about the colors though, Alan.
But let him finish his thought.
Let me finish my thought, and I'll explain.
So we coming back to them colors, bro.
That's fine.
Okay.
I think people can see the symbolism, but anyway, the what I was going to say was that I work at a old folks home on the weekends, and I've been looking at this new strain of COVID, how it's taking some people out. I believe Joe Biden is in fact sick, and the only reason why he dropped out is because that COVID case was far worse than they're letting on, and that he's somewhere in Rehoboth Beach suffering. And it's, I don't wish it upon him, but he could be at death's door, and that's the reason why they're not even showing who he is, where he is, or nobody knows his whereabouts, and nobody's seen him in over a week. I think they're hiding him. That's one thing. As far as the colors on there, that is the colors for my picture shows the rainbow agenda. It shows two parents holding an umbrella over their children and shielding them from the rainbow, and the rainbow just dropping off to the side. So I thought the symbolism was kind of clear, but maybe it wasn't.
Hey, Donis, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you truly believe, because the media is going to keep saying first Black woman president? And you know we live in a black girl magic era, and this is historic, whether we like it or not. If Kamala Harris wins, she will be not only be the first woman, but she will be the first black woman. Do you really think a lot of women won't be enticed by that just to make that vote?
I don't know a lot of women who are voting for it. Well, yeah, personally, I don't. Versus, I don't know a lot of women who are voting for Kamala in 2024 versus the black women that voted for Biden in 2020.
Yeah, I just think this is going to be different because she
You got to
may
understand.
win.
You got to also understand too that ever since 2000, even before 2020, you know, this FBA ADOS movement, even though everyone doesn't really, I would say, really subscribe to it, but they're like, well, she's not Black American, so she's not going to be able to do what Obama did, if that makes sense. A lot of people don't look at viewer. A lot of people don't view her as black at all.
She can't
Yeah,
shoot no
man, we'll
jump
see,
shot.
man. I just know
She
our
can't shoot
media,
no
man.
jump shot, T. Khalif.
She's a multi-generationally mixed woman. Even her Jamaican side is multi-generationally mixed. So that's what she is.
Alan, what if she started talking about hot sauce and fried chicken?
That's what she's probably going to do. That's what she does, you know.
She already had the Timberland boots without a mark on them. Did you see that? She only wore them one time.
Right. You know, she's a fraud, and she's been exposed in terms of that. And she's going to have to deal with the Willie Brown questions, and that's not going to go away. The conservatives are going to jump all over that. You know, they're gonna pretty much insinuate that she's been sleeping to the top. She has no shot at winning this thing. She's not going to win this election. She's just going to do better. She's going to do better than Biden would have done.
Nah, I don't see her doing better than Biden. I see her doing worse than Hillary Clinton. I see her doing worse than, I guess, Stacey Abrams. This is Stacey Abrams.
She'll do worse than Hillary Clinton for sure, but she'll do better than Biden. If Biden had ran, it would have been an unmitigated disaster, because nobody in their right mind is going to vote for a man who just isn't competent, isn't there. You know, that's the reason why Trump is upset that Biden dropped out, because
white women are gonna vote for her.
Hell no.
I think they will. Liberal white women are with the agenda, bro. They are with the nonsense, bro. They are not conservatives.
Secretly, they not gonna want. They accept. They accept Obama because Obama already had a black wife. You get what I'm saying? Like this, I'm Dinah, I swear.
And then I gotta pass it to Elvis.
30 seconds.
Go ahead.
30 seconds. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. A black woman can get rich for dealing with a white man, but a white man will never get rich dealing with a black woman. Do you get what I'm saying? Most of the time, the white man that gets with the black woman, the white man is already rich. Look at all the ease. Look at all the past. Rihanna, when she was messing with all these different billionaires, all these people, the white men already had money. But white women don't want to see they white dudes that's millionaires and billionaires be with a black woman, because no matter what, they see her as a black woman. The white women, the urban white women, see Kamala Harris as a threat to them. To see that white men gonna start attracting to those type of bootleggers. Like, where did they get her from? Oh, she's from the HBCU. So now white men, same way they be creeping over there in Africa in the village, they're gonna be scared that white men gonna start creeping around the HBCUs looking for them little half-breed South Indian, dirty wine, curry goat eating, you know what I'm saying, chick that's half Indian. And I passed the mic.
All right, Alan, are you finished, Alan? I'm gonna pass it to Elvis. Are you finished, Alan?
Oh well, no. The only other thing I was going to say is, I believe Biden's on death's door, and then I also think that that black women will vote for Kamala. I think the Divine Nine thing has a lot more power to it than people think. I've talked to a whole bunch of AKAs, and they're on board. They're locked in, and nothing else matters. And then Roland Martin, going back to your earlier conversation, is running around with all these T-shirts talking about
you follow black. Crown?
follow black women. Vote like a black woman.
Defend black women.
He's off his rocker in terms of that. I don't think he understands the social implications.
Alan, this is his last. I mean, Trump gets in office, they're Roland is done. Him, DL Hughley, like there's just no more need for him. Like this is their last stand. Chris,
which is why we need to be insulted, man. I was looking at the YouTube, and CNN had a headline that says Charlemagne the God endorses Kamala Harris, and I'm like, so what? I mean, the fact that they come to these people as if they're our leaders should be the insult. But
Thank you.
For whatever reason, we don't get that.
No, you are absolutely right, because Charlemagne the God doesn't know a damn thing about politics. He doesn't talk.
Let me pass it. Oh, Chrissy, did you have a question before I pass it to Elvis?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out, all of these women, I guess, came together, or just all these people who are really galvanized behind Kamala Harris. Why do I can't see this level of excitement or commitment or togetherness where our children are concerned, right? We're always talking about the major cities, and we have all these young people who are going into stores, they're breaking into stores, they stealing the Gucci and the Louis, they're knocking each other heads off in the street, they can't read well. Why I don't see this level of energy when it comes to the next generation? That's the part I don't understand. I didn't even know you can get 44,000 people to do anything together, much less raise money together. I was quite shocking. So I would love to ask them why I can't see this level of energy and movement when it comes to things within our community and getting those things together. That's what I don't understand.
Tell her, Dinus, those are your sisters.
Because no, but actually it wasn't just the 44,000 wasn't primarily made up of just the Divine Eye. It was black women in general. It's Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
but go ahead, Elvis.
It's the boule, Miss Chrissy.
I'm sorry.
All right, Diane.
Go ahead, Elvis.
It's just the boule, Miss Chrissy. Just the boule.
It's not even boule. It's just. Go ahead, Elvis. I'll get back to it. Go ahead, Elvis.
All right. Thank you, Dinus, and peace and love to the panel. Look, I just want to
ass up here.
I just want to commend Kamala Harris for what she has accomplished as a woman of color. I think the fact that she's raising to this level, it's a testament to her resilience. And I would agree with you, Dinus. I think it's going to be more difficult for her against a Trump. And make no mistake, she's definitely going to win the popular vote. This country is more democratic than anything else.
Elvis, that popular vote don't matter. Go ahead, Elvis.
Right. So she's definitely going to win the popular vote when it comes to the numbers in terms of, the voting population. But the Electoral College is going to be difficult.
You want to make a bet on that, Elvis, and then we'll leave our money with Dinus. I put my money with Dinus that she won't even get the popular vote. You want to make a bet on that?
When I see people trying to quote unquote slush shame her, that she had this relationship with
Elvis, he asked you. I mean, it should be easy money. You want to bet him?
Honestly, I don't engage in degenerate behavior, so I'm not even going to take up that.
It's a silly bet.
Yeah, I've never gambled in my life. I've never bet in my mouth.
You said that you guaranteed
it. I just want to make my point.
All right, let him finish. Let him finish.
I thought you was confident in yourself. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Go ahead, Elvis.
Right. So I think overall, her being in this position is a good thing. And she's a mixed race woman. She's not quote unquote as black as many people would want her to be. But I think the fact that people try to slush shame her. Look, if we're honest with ourselves, our mothers, our grandmothers, our sisters, our family members, some of the things that they did in their past, in their college days, even the ones who didn't go to college, they didn't have a degree, You know, we would be ashamed of them if we knew what they did, or some of us know what they did. But this lady got elected as a prosecutor for the most populous state in this nation. She got elected vice president. So people can try to, castigate her and say all kinds of terrible things about her in her past. But on the other side is a man who committed multiple adulteries, slept with porn stars, did a lot of, immoral things. So
So,
this is
so, so, so
America. A
Elvis, so
lot.
Elvis, so then Elvis, my question is if it should be fair game for both sides then.
Yes, I mean you can attack her. That's what I'm saying. She's a politician. She's a public figure. But I'm saying if you're attacking her, make sure you juxtapose that with the other person on the other side. So for me, I just think this whole thing is going to be a close race. Is a 50-50 chance. Definitely Trump could win. We know this country, they may not be ready for a woman president, another, quote unquote, president of color. But I'm proud of her either way it goes. I think she's accomplished a lot, and people can say that she's got elected as vice president because she slept her way to the top. She got elected as prosecutor because she slept her way to the top. She went to college and got her degree, her Juris Doctorate, because she slept her way to get her, her Juris Doctorate. But the reality is, she's a woman of color. Many people of color, turn to relate to her,
Elvis, I
and
need
we're
to push
proud of
back.
her.
Elvis, I need to push back a little bit too. Now, I think Willie Brown was married when Kamala started dealing with him.
She sure was.
That's what I'm saying, Don. Is if you
So,
think that,
is that adultery too?
yes, that's what I'm saying. I say you juxtapose it with the other person on the other side. How many of your family members have engaged in adultery, or have probably been, had a train ran on them? So when we're talking on these things, let's not act as if we don't have family members or close friends who have done some debauchery in their lifetime. You have a former president who engaged in sexual acts with porn stars. You know, a
What
guy
porn star he
who
had
got
sex with?
convicted of
Bro,
a
there is
sexual
no proof
assault.
of this, bro.
Hold
You
on,
just
hold on. Hey,
believe everything you're told, bro.
Hold on. Elvis, what porn star did he have sex with?
Stormy Daniels,
Yeah, okay. He
Oh,
said he didn't do
Lord.
it.
Karen McDougal, who was another
Are
Hold
you
a
a believe
Playboy
all
model.
women, dude? Are you a believe all
Hey,
women, man?
hey,
He got
Tickly, hold on for a
convicted of
second. Hold on
lying
for a
about
second.
that affair, and he had to pay
Elvis,
millions of dollars to the court in New York.
Elvis.
Oh,
He
you
said,
who?
Elvis, hold on.
His
He
wife
said
was
that
never
he
by
didn't
his
do it.
side one time in court. She was pregnant. I think she had just given birth when he had this affair with this porn star in Toledo. So look, you guys are trying to justify because he's a man,
This
it's
is
more
so easy,
acceptable
man.
for a
No,
man
I'm
to be
not, bro.
promiscuous.
I'm
So
telling
But
you
the
what proof.
reality is,
so
whether or not
Elvis,
you
because his
think
wife
she's a
was
slut,
not there.
she's a smart woman who has accomplished a lot more than many of the women that you know in your life. Many of the women have never been elected to the public office. They've never been
Bro,
elected to
black
be
places and
prosecutor
high
from
places have
California.
done nothing
Never been
collectively
elected to
for
be
black
senator
people.
from California. Never
Like,
been
bro,
elected
you are
vice
too
president.
easily won over by tokenism, bro.
Man, he
Tokenism
is
does
a
nothing
This
token.
for black
lady, the
people.
point that I'm making is not about tokenism. Is that
That
she
is
earned
Swear,
her
you
tokenism.
a
way.
What you just
She
said was
Liberian.
was
tokenism.
You give a
elected. She
Liberian
wasn't
some
given
rice
anything.
and
She
some
was
So do you
elected to her
agree
But
with the
positions.
first black
She was
president
elected.
destroying Libya? Do you
Individual
agree
votes
with the
Dinah,
first
elected
black
her to be
president
Dinah,
senator from
destroying Libya?
California.
Exactly.
Individual
Dinah.
votes elected her to be vice president of the United States. It wasn't
No
given to
answer
her.
for the
She didn't
Libyan
sleep her way to
destruction by
those
the first
positions.
black president. No answer.
But
She didn't sleep
but
her way
my
to the
my
place.
but Elvis, if you notice when she ran by herself, she barely got 1%. Even in California,
Thank you.
you notice when she ran, she barely got 1%. So she did not get it because she's good or what. She got it because one, Biden wanted a black female. That's the only reason she became a vice president. It was
Not only
nothing
did,
else.
and not
Bro,
only did
she
my
was
vice
no,
president,
black women
Tokenism.
she was one
demanded.
of two senators from
Elvis,
California.
do you
One of
pay
two.
attention to
You
politics,
You
see,
bro?
not
understand that?
listening.
She
When
was
she
one
ran
of
as
two
the
senators from
president,
California,
no,
the most populous state in the nation.
when she
She
ran
won
in the
that seat.
primaries, my dear, when she ran in the primaries for a national election, she barely got 1%. 1%, barely the 1%.
She was the last person standing against Biden. What are you talking about?
How can she be the last person? Come on,
That was she was. Do you
no, she was
remember?
not
Do
the
you
one.
remember
No,
that
no, my dear.
she was the last
She
person standing against Biden? Do
just
you know that?
no, she was not. She was not.
She was not the last one,
It
boy.
was what's his name?
It was Clover
The old
Child and
guy.
all.
No, it was not even
You can say
Klobuchar.
it
They
was
all
Bernie
came out.
Sanders, but she
Bernie
was the
Sanders was
last
the
person
last
standing, my
person.
friend,
No, she
and
was
that's why
not.
she
Because
became
Bernie Sanders,
vice president. You guys can try to
Bernie
take
Sanders
everything
was the
away
last
from her,
one.
but it's not the fact. She earned her
All
position.
right, hold on,
How did
hold on,
she
hold
get
on. Who
elected
was the
senator from
last person
California?
standing? Who
How
was
did
the
she get
last person
elected
standing?
senator from California?
No, let's clarify
hold on.
first. Don't finish yet.
I think she was the first. In fact,
She
when
was
she
one of
ran
the
for
first
president,
people
she was
that dropped.
one
Man,
mic,
son, she could have dropped out.
one mic. She was the first person that dropped out when she ran for president.
That's not even true. That's
It
not
is.
even true,
She
Dinus.
was. She was.
Let's
She
look
could
People
it
have.
up.
like people like Pete Buttigieg was way out before she was. People like
She could
Amy
not get the black
Klobuchar was
vote.
way out before she was.
She could not win the black vote. She couldn't even win the black vote on her own. If you
Can
talk to
you
black
please
people
just
from,
Google it?
if you talk to black people from California, they've always had a dislike for her because as a prosecutor, she sent a lot of black men to prison, and she sent people who were found innocent to prison. She's not this progressive prosecutor she puts herself out to be. She has gone ahead and even had people who they know were innocent out there still advocating for her, because they hate Trump so much. But it was ridiculous. She's never really done anything on her own, and that's the bottom line. She should not be in this position. The only reason they chose her was because she was easily manipulated. And then Biden went ahead because he hated her. But he chose her anyway just because he needed a black woman, and he didn't want to choose a real one like Susan Rice, who might push back on him. And then he went and took her and gave her an impossible task of standing down there by the border and pretending to do something that she had no power to do anything about. Just screwed her over, basically. And so she's been sitting around, bouncing around, getting screwed over the entire time.
20
And
Dinus, you should
don't
You should
vote for
play
her,
that
bro.
clip with
Don't vote
Kamala
for her.
Harris debating against Tulsi Gabbard, because Tulsi Gabbard called
destroyed her.
Kamala Harris out on a record, and that's what destroyed her. She never recovered. Do you got that debate clip where Tulsi Gabbard destroyed
know
Kamala
about
Harris?
about the weed and her laughing about it. I know what you're talking about. Let me
Yeah,
pass.
exactly.
Dinus.
And Kamala Harris was
Let me
done after that.
Hold on. I got other people on the panel. Let me pass it to them first. Go ahead, Kamala versus Trump. Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Well, here come that mammy energy.
Kamala versus Trump. Unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Hi, Dinas.
Hello.
Hey. Kamala, I think she was first or second to drop out after that debate when she complained to Biden about busing, and Tulsi, wearing that white suit, she obliterated Kamala, and Kamala looked visibly upset. Like, she looked pissed. And she really held something within herself not to jump across and deal with Tulsi. But
that ain't what Elvis said. Elvis said she was the last, Kamala.
Okay. Thank you. Elvis, thank you for your comments. You are correct. She is going to be slut shamed. She will be slut shamed. She already has been. And I think that may have been a factor as to why she decided to drop out, because they would have gone after her past. Like, they already, like I brought up Dynast, she did red carpet with Montel Williams back in the 90s. So she's been around, but she just made smart moves. Like, that's just what it is. At the end of the day, as it was discussed, she was a prosecutor. She was attorney general. She is a senator of California. So she's able to make political way in a very difficult state and the wealthiest state. So the woman is qualified. Plus, she's coming as the vice president, which is basically the incumbent. She's had 4 years. So all this complaining about Kamala really just is just not getting any headway, because the black boomers are the real support and foundation for the Democrat Party. And they like her. That's why she was chosen VP. On top of that, she is an AKA. And she dates black men. She married a white male. But she has a history of black men. I mean, that's just how it is.
So we
A
should vote
black
for her
man.
now.
I don't know
What
what
black man?
complain about her.
She don't need your vote. She has enough black votes. A few
She
thousand of you
married a
guys are
fucking
not
white
going to
nigga.
sway these elections.
Boy, shut your
Just know that.
simp ass
However,
up, boy.
someone
You come up
done
here.
She
that.
You
married
come up here
Senator
Bro,
lying,
white
we need to
bitch.
people.
build that
Anyway,
wall. We got too many black Elvises over here.
anyway,
She
Nah,
married
you
Dinah,
guys think
Ava.
you're more important than you are. There's
Hey,
only like
hey,
maybe 10,000 of
hey,
you want to be
Dinah, talk.
We
Republicans.
got
Hey,
the black
Dinah,
And we
talk to
don't
Elvises
my
need your
guy.
united
vote.
Dinah,
completely against
Vote
the
for
black
Trump.
Guys,
Trump is
Elvises.
guys,
not
guys,
no
guys,
black
hold on.
man.
One mic. Let Kamala versus Trump finish. I'm passing the Florida native. Go ahead,
so
Kamala versus
just
Trump.
thank you, Dinah. So two quick things. Amber Rose going to the, I mean, she was given time and space at the RNC. For them to have Amber Rose, who looks the way she does, but even with that tattoo, that was specifically for black men. One thing, Dinah, just to share with you, 20% of all eligible black men who voted, and what was that, 2012? 20% voted for Romney. 1 in 5 black men in 2012 who voted Romney. So that's something that really does need to be said. There are a number of black men who are conservative, especially older black men, and they are willing to vote. They will incline to vote Republican, but they will vote Democrat. Many people, that's just the case. Just to share, a lot of West African men are Republican, but they will vote Democrat as need be. And at the same time, you do have a lot of Black American men who are Republican. Like they're just, and we've seen them and they're very visible. Michael Steele is Black American and he was RNC chairman several years ago. And then you also have Alan West has been very public. You do have Black Republican men, more Black Republican men than women, which is probably, I mean, near zero or, definitely below 5%. That was specifically the case. Amber Rose was to bring more black men to vote Trump. However, someone on your panel did say, and it is true, white liberal women, they're going to feel a particular way about Kamala having a white husband.
I said that.
It's not as bad because they do not have children. They had children that's going to be some issues. They're going to feel a certain type of way because at the end of the day, a woman can call herself white, but that doesn't mean that you are a white woman. There is a very big difference. You can call yourself white. I knew some Filipino girl who on her driver's license, she put white, like whatever, who cares? No, none of those white girls in that school I went to ever saw her as a white girl. You can call yourself whatever you want. You're not white. Furthermore, white people basically see Southern Indians as black people. White people basically see
Hell no.
black people. A lot of them, they're not going to go into all these groups. If you look black, you're black. And even if you have a little bit of black ancestry, like you're black. So
She not black.
I understand what you're saying. However,
What is she?
She a fucking Indian. She Gandhi. A Gandhian.
You
Yeah, but
idiot.
she's white though, y'all.
You are
She's
what your
white
father
though.
is. Huh?
One mic. Go ahead, Kamala
the
versus
fact they're
Trump.
this focused on her race, it's whatever. That's within the black FBA ADOS community. But everybody else, they're going to view her as basically as a black woman. The boomers,
I agree with her.
The boomers do see her as a light-skinned black woman. Kamala is a 90s woman. She's a 90s girl. She's a 90s woman. She has that look. She looks AKA. That's just how it is. We can debate back and forth. Boomers see her as a black woman. Non-black people see her as a black woman. White people see her as a black woman.
That don't mean she's black.
And on top of that, her last name is Harris.
We understand Florida native. We understand Florida native. We understand what you're saying.
When you're looking at her with her white, there's going to be some friction. So there may be issue in that regard. However, there are enough Democrats who are going to vote for Kamala. So not only do you have enough Democrats, so you do have the LGBT wing, they're going to vote for her. Tech wing, they're going to vote for her. Unions are going to vote for her. There's going to be a considerable amount.
No, you're wrong on the tech. The tech have went to Biden.
Come on. One mic. Kamala versus Trump. I gotta disagree with that. Check is with the Trump. But go ahead.
The tech went with Trump.
No, Elon went Trump. Elon. Let's mean all of
Elon. Hold on. One mic. Elon, Peter Thiel. Shit. Trump is speaking.
Peter Thiel has always been.
Hold on.
You don't want to hear no facts.
One mic.
Trump is speaking this week at the Bitcoin conference.
Okay, your point.
What do you mean my point?
California is liberal. They're going, and on top of that, Kamala,
hold
how
on.
is she able to maneuver
I'll tell you
herself
that's
in
voting for Trump.
politics?
I'll tell you another thing that's voting for Trump.
I've already, and on top of that, like I'm plus what I've seen in DC, there's a lot of Black women tech. They're that Biden has placed himself.
Oh man, in tech. We're talking about these tech $100 billion.
Kamala can't win.
We're not talking Black women that have like a
white woman not going to vote for Kamala.
Okay, Dinah. Peter Thiel has always been with Trump. He's always been with Trump.
Hey, Diane, she talking about the Black women that got an IT firm.
Yeah, IT job, cybersecurity. We're not talking about that. Hold on, one mic. Let me finish. Hold on, one mic.
Not this FB.
I gotta mute you.
Man, you got to mute Black women, bro.
Mute these dumbass females.
Talk.
Hold on, let me finish. I'll pass it to you. So this lady right here, Kathy Wood of ARK Invest, look her up. She's voting for Trump.
Everybody knows who she is.
She's voting for Trump.
Okay.
She's smart.
Okay.
I mean, one person who leads a tech company voting for Trump is not the whole California. It's not the whole San Francisco or Silicon Valley, Donis. You should understand that.
The richest man in the world
is one vote in a sea of blue votes in California. Understand that.
What about Chamath Palihapitiya?
He's voting for Trump. He already said he is.
Everybody's voting for Trump in Florida.
We're talking about California, you idiot. Nobody's talking about Florida. And everybody in Florida is not voting for Trump. Tallahassee is a Democratic city.
Hold on. Kamala versus Trump. Kamala versus Trump. Repeat that the Indian guy. Repeat his name again.
Chamath Palihapitiya.
He's the CEO of Google, right? Or is that a different person?
Microsoft. No. He's voting for Trump. He said he's voting for Trump.
Chamath Palihapitiya said that.
He said he's voting for Trump, Dinus? I doubt it. I doubt that. If you got a clip, play it. I want to see. I could be proven wrong.
He hasn't even said anything yet. He
right. What about Tim Cook? Tim Cook is voting for Trump, right?
No, Tim Cook gay, bro.
Probably liberal.
Oh no. He's a tech guy. He leads the biggest tech company in the world, Apple. He's voting for Trump, right?
Tim Cook gay, but he's Democrat.
Oh yeah, okay.
Dinah and Hollywood, Obama's a major fundraiser.
Well, that's Hollywood. That's Hollywood.
Obama gay too.
Okay, so fine. Let's just say half tech, because tech is
Hollywood is gone. So you can have Hollywood. Hollywood's gone.
Hollywood.
You have Peter Thiel, who has always been with Trump. Elon has always been with Trump. Biden does not even like.
No, Elon has not always been with Trump.
Elon
actually ran. Elon supported Dinah.
But Elon likes Trump. Elon has always
because he got
no. But Elon actually went against Trump during the primaries because he did not like Trump. He supported the Democrat and then moved to DeSantis because he did not like Trump.
Elon donated to the Democrats in 2020.
Biden does not like Elon. So Kathy Wood's ARK Investment, fine, she's Trump. Chamath Palihapitiya has not said anything vocally. Tim Cook is blue. So let's just say
Biden don't even know Elon. Biden dumb as fuck.
Anyway, so let's just say, Dinah, half of tech is Trump, half of tech is blue.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
The union.
No, that's being generous. That half of tech is Trump. That's being generous. That's why Dinah's want to take that. It's not even half, maybe a quarter, maybe.
But Dinah, I will not even say half, right? But this is the first time.
Hey guys, we gotta hold on. Let Kamala versus Trump finish. Go ahead.
So I've already listed who's is going to be with Kamala, because she's going to have that California connection on her back right there. And yes, we all know that in reality of things, because the Electoral College, California doesn't matter. We already know it's already been quantified where it's going to lay. But when it comes to the money, she's going to outspend, and she's going to get more, if not match Trump, because she's going to have California money on her side. Because regardless, we can debate back and forth tech. She's still California. She's still going to have geography.
Trump a billionaire.
What do they got to do with anything?
That means nothing.
Who is this dumb guy that just keeps shouting out nonsense? Trump's a
And what is he
billionaire. What does that
talking
mean?
Giving
Well,
Trump
so
$50
money
billion
has
All
to
right,
a
do
month.
with anything,
here's
man.
another one. Hold on,
Trump
here's another
hasn't
one.
really touched his money like that.
Trump
So,
got
so
$5
Kamala,
billion.
Trump
Kamala
hasn't
versus
even touched his
Kamala versus
money.
Trump. Here's
Trump
another
really,
one.
Trump
David
really hasn't
Sachs.
even touched it.
Here's
The
another one.
RNC
Here's
is
another one.
touching for
David
money.
Sachs. I'm the host. No, here's another one. David Sachs, who's voting for Trump.
Who? David Sachs?
David
Okay.
Sachs.
Is that a finance guy or a tech guy?
He's a tech guy, billionaire.
Money can't buy votes.
I'm just saying, like a lot of tech people are voting in Silicon Valley are voting for Trump.
Okay, so
Hey,
we're
Dinus, have you ever noticed that every time Elvis get up here, he get caught in a lie some type of way? Every time he jump on this platform, he get caught in a lie.
He can't
Every
help it.
single
He
time.
can't help it. He can't help it.
What are you talking about? What lie did I say? I just asked you if there's a tech guy or finance guy. What are you talking
You
about?
said
Bro, you
that
were lying all
Bro,
day
you
about Trump.
always
Why
lying.
Kamala
you
Harris was the last one. You said she was the last one up against Biden.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
he
that.
always lying.
And then she wasn't. She was one of the first or the second
She's
one
one
to
of the first
drop
people
off.
to drop
Abby.
out.
And he barely got 1%. Make
She
that
called Biden a
clear.
racist.
She barely got 1%. Barely got 1%.
But I mean, but that's what Elvis does. He can't help himself.
She's vice president, bro. She's a senator from
Oh,
California.
okay. So now you moving the
She's
goalposts,
won on the
dumb
state
self.
level and she won on the national level.
He
And
didn't
She did
win,
not
nigga. She
win
was
on the national
selected. She
level.
didn't
Stop.
win.
She's the vice president. She was on the ticket, you idiot. They got 81 million votes together. What are you talking about?
Because people
Bruh, they
don't vote
didn't
on
vote because
vice
of Kamala,
president.
nigga.
No, people
They
vote
just
for a
voted because they
ticket.
hated Donald
No,
Trump,
People
bruh.
vote for a ticket, you fool.
people
She's
vote
elected.
for
they
tickets.
voted
She
for
Nobody
can't be
voted
Biden,
for
you
removed.
Kamala. They
dummy.
just hated
She
Donald
won
Trump.
an
That's
elected
all. That's
office.
Because she
all.
keep
All right,
lying.
one mic. Kamala versus Trump. Are you done?
Oh, just to go ahead and quickly land, when you're looking, she is polling ahead slightly by a point. However,
And what poll? And what poll?
what has to be noted is that everything.
No, which poll? Which poll?
The fake polls or the real polls?
I checked Real Politic this morning. I don't know where it is now.
Oh yeah, of course you don't know.
God,
He sounds
Of
so
course you don't know.
coward.
Hey, check your
Yeah, I like
leggings.
it, Dynas. I
Check
said
your leggings. Check
anyway.
checking your
He
leggings.
sound like
That's
he
where your
capping.
poll
Oh God!
at.
Hey, so hold on, y'all. One mic. Hold on,
I
one
said
mic.
she's polling one
Hold
point
on,
ahead of Biden.
wait, no, you not gonna lie like oh boy did
She checked
yesterday.
the fake polls.
Hold on, one mic. Y'all gonna
I
stop
said
talking
that
over
she
me.
thought that she's polling
You're
ahead of
gonna stop
Trump.
talking over me. One mic. So this is real clear politics. It's clear that Trump is up.
Everybody knows Trump is up. I'm talking about she polling against Biden.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
I said Biden. I'm talking about
okay,
Biden.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Hey, Dinus, for the record, she did not say Biden. She
I know
said she was
did, but
polling.
it's okay. I'm gonna give it to her.
Dinus, why don't you go back? Where, in what reality is she pulling ahead Trump, who just got assassinated attempt? I'm talking about the Democrat ticket. That's all I'm
We
talking
just
about.
Why
saying
you
you didn't
talking
say
about the
Biden.
2020
That's all we
election?
saying.
So
You
anyway,
just said you're
Dinus,
polling 1%.
have a political live, or are you going to go back to these relationship talks and and run wild?
Girl,
what
She's
shut
stuck
your
in 2020.
mammy ass up. All you do is
Okay, y'all. One mic.
run your
Yo,
mouth
yo,
and
yo.
don't listen to
Hey,
nothing.
relax, bro. Relax, y'all.
Hold on, one mic. But Elvis, can you admit that you were wrong in regards to your statement about Kamala Harris being one of the last to drop out in 2020? Do you admit that?
What is the point by Dinah? Like what I'm trying to make.
Girl, nobody ain't asked you nothing.
Nothing method. Like what a
Nobody ain't
joke.
asked you nothing.
Back and forth just
Please stop interjection.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
let me pass
What a loser.
Kamala versus
None
Trump.
of you can even discuss like properly, just screaming and shouting a bunch of nonsense.
Good Lord, man. God damn, can you
involved
mute
in
that?
Hold on, well, guys, one mic. Hold on.
What black men need.
Okay, Kamala versus Trump. Are you?
Yeah, I'm done.
Kamala versus, hold on. No. Kamala versus Trump. Oh, she dropped out. Okay. PCH Rise, go ahead. No, Florida
Thank
native.
you, Jesus.
No, Florida native. Go ahead.
Trump 24, man. No, I wasn't here to like to bash Kamala. I was gonna say I actually kind of respect Kamala because like in 2019, the media had asked her a question. They like, "Are you gonna help black people?" She like, "No, why would I help black people? Why would I do something for black?" So like, I actually respect her because she didn't like do what Obama did. Like Obama was pretending like, "Oh, we gotta have hope, we gotta have change," but you know, Obama was just a fraud. So I actually respect Kamala, but in this aspect, this time I'm gonna go with Trump because I feel like she's not really going to help black people because she's not black. But Trump, he's like an American who feel like everybody need help, so he's more of like a president for everybody. So I feel like Donald Trump is just a better option to just overall. But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay,
Did
let
you
me pass.
vote for Trump in 2020?
No, I didn't vote 2020.
Okay, cool. A new Trump voter. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Dinus, hey, Dinus, real quick. Why would she bring up a poll against Biden and Biden ain't running and
Yeah.
Biden don't dropped out the race? What?
Listen, I just
I don't
gave it
even
to
know.
her. I just gave it to her just to, okay, whatever. But yeah.
Just cause she a female, right?
No, I mean not that. Just like, okay, whatever. Okay, so we move on. All
She
right.
called Biden a racist, then supporting him. I'm
Oh,
like,
no,
what the
PCH
fuck?
Rise. Go ahead, PCH Rise. Let me yourself. PCH Rise. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I have no respect for Kamala Harris. I
Well, hold
have
on.
no
PCH
respect.
Rise. Are you on speakerphone? Because like you're far away from the phone.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
That's a little better. Go ahead. We'll work with it.
You got to
Okay.
get out that bathroom, bro.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
have
know what
no
you're doing.
respect. I have no respect for Kamala Harris or the Democrats. The only time the Democrats come for a black man is when the voting season is time. That's when they come. Other than that, they don't come to us. They don't talk to us. And when the president or the person running for president begin to make us promises of talking about black men, even if they put it into their platform, they're not going to do it. Why? Because they're not going to be able to. The senators, the Congress, if you notice, never mention black men, the elected senators and all of us until the elections get started. They're not going to pass it. They're not going to allow it. And as far as our role as black men and our families, that started from the time of the plantation where they emasculated the African. We couldn't be fathers, we couldn't be providers, we couldn't be anything when it came down to the home. That carries into today. That is the root of our trouble. And we have to get there and stop attacking each other. That's all I have to say.
Okay, let me pass it to We Winning. Unmute yourself, We Winning. We Winning. Unmute
You hear
yourself.
me?
Hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, so when it comes to everything, black people in California is not so outside of the Boule members. Cause I gotta say it, the Ladera Heights, Baldwin Hills niggas, Fox Hills niggas. Yeah, those are the ones that
Hey,
start.
whoa, hey, we no in word.
We gotta keep it a bean. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say the cuss on this thing, but we gonna have to keep it honest, man. There's black men that stomp in the yard, man. I didn't got. Well, we went to the liquor store, man. There were some brothers that was gonna vote for Trump in that liquor store that's registered to vote, but most of them brothers was going with Kamala, man. So I don't want to be stuck up in a bubble and get my hopes up thinking that we gonna get a high ass number. I think Fat Boy can at least get 40% of the black man vote, but 60 to 65%, I think it's gonna still be Kamala. Yeah, because a lot of black men, I don't get it. They just ain't rocking with Trump, man. They don't see that the fact that the economy was a lot better, and these is trucking brothers that's talking this crazy stuff. So yeah,
Oh, it ain't the trucking brothers, bro. It ain't us.
well, not all the trucking brothers, but there are some emotional niggas that got this vendetta against Trump.
And
I know.
Listen, no in word, please. Okay.
No problem. Got vendetta against Trump, man. You know, there's dudes out there that act like they have this never-ending grudge, but Kamala, she blocked it about 1,000 cases. Daniel Larson, he was a dude that literally was found innocent through DNA testing, and she blocked the evidence that could have got him out. So, her San Francisco district is a whole mess. 1,000 plus cases. So she didn't do just her job. She also was keeping people in. But I'm done.
All right, let me
Appreciate
pass
that, bro.
let me pass it to DMV Pat. Go ahead, DMV Pat. Unmute yourself. DMV Pat, unmute yourself.
Oh yeah, what's going on, man? I mean, what has she really done though, man? I'm not understanding. All I see is black girl magic and AKAs, Howard University. She's gonna be the first woman president, but what is her policies? What has she done? I'm not seeing any of that.
These
Yeah,
simps don't care. They don't care. It's just black girl magic, just like you said, brother. That's all it takes for black people.
and then
All right.
that's a damn shame. And then they try and put their foot on black men's neck, talking about y'all need to support her for what? For what? What do we get? We don't even know. There's nothing there.
Bruh, hey, how long you been listening to the show?
The whole time.
Did you hear these simp brothers up here talking about they proud of her accomplishments?
Yeah, I'm like, what accomplishments? She slept her way to the top, and what do
Willie
you
Brown.
want
Shout out
a
to Willie
cookie for
Brown.
that?
Black men are proud of that because that's how I'm telling you, black men act like the hoes that raised them. So they see her triumphant, jumping from dick to dick. You know what I'm saying? They see that as an accomplishment. Black men see that because that's the way they saw their mama moving. How you think they got them $40 for them Pumas and them $40 for them Asahis? You know what I'm saying? They mama busting it open, leaping from dick to dick, you know what I'm saying, and going to church. That's all these black beta males do, bro. So you're gonna see them up here, sitting up here talking about accomplishment. The black women demanded a judge and a black woman as vice president. He didn't have that many to pick from, Dinus. So what it is was they made the logical choice so she wouldn't keep because they know that the CNN and MSNBC was gonna jump on when she tried to say Biden was racist. So so actually, Dinus, I don't know if you understand the game, but they actually shut Kamala up when they made her vice president.
Okay, let me pass it. DMV Pat, are you done?
Yeah. Y'all can go ahead.
Hey, is
Hey,
Elvis
hold
still
on.
up
What
here?
part of the DMV you from? What part of the DMV you from?
PG.
PG?
You from
Montgomery.
PG DMV?
Well, that's a lot of ratchetness going on over there, bro.
Yeah. It's the crack babies done had their kids.
Damn.
Hey, Dennis, y'all think I be joking when I say that, bro? I was shocked by PG County, bro. PG County is the hood.
Hold on, but her smart to pass the T to Allen. I thought PG Valley was to be the black mecca of the
Supposed to be
DMV.
government
Just like
contract land. Last time I checked, it's supposed to be where all the government contractors is making six figures with the $1 million homes.
The niggas done messed it up. The niggas
Yep.
done messed it up.
Silver Springs ain't Silver Springing anymore.
But
No?
it's just like in Atlanta, they move all the Section 8 people out the city because they were gentrifying. So they moved them all out to PG County. The same way how
Son of a
Stone
bitch.
Mountain used to look good until they started moving all the Section 8 out to Stone Mountain, South Harrison, and now South Harrison, Stone Mountain is the trap. You see what I'm saying? See, once they moved the black people out the inner city, once the white people decide to come back to the inner city, the Negroes, the Niggly Bears got to go somewhere, and they usually send them out there in the suburb. So you'll be standing there, you'll be staying next door, paying $1,800 a month in mortgage, and then her and her 6 kids by 23 baby daddies is staying next door, and she getting subsidized $250 rent.
All right, let me pass it to T. Khalid, and I'm gonna pass it to Allen. Go ahead, T.
Yeah, I just want to comment on what the brother said about the black men. What'd you say, at the barbershop or somewhere where voting for Trump
Yeah,
at
man.
first, but then yeah.
Cause I was asking around. I was at the barbershop. The barbershop had a couple brothers. My barber, he voted for Trump. His brother voted for Biden. A couple other brothers sat down, voted for Trump. There's actually 2 women I was gonna vote for Trump. Then the other 2 brothers that was voting for Biden was trying to reprimand them and saying that, don't you know, they try to take away your rights and all this other
Yeah,
shit.
I'm glad you said that because I'm that's what I was trying to explain earlier, that there were a lot of black people who just wanted another option that's better than Biden. And unfortunately, if it's Kamala, they're going to go for Kamala. And I've actually seen some black people, just a few, not many, who are like, well, Kamala's in, so at least she's better than Biden. The other thing I want to do is comment on Elvis, because Elvis repeats nonsense. These are what I call brainwashing Negro talking points, where he's all like, we got the first black woman to come up for vice president, as if the guy has not been paying attention to the politics of the Democrat Party of how they pandered to the black vote, especially to black women to get their vote. You know, the reason why Joe Biden was like he's going to put a first black woman as a Supreme Court justice, that was to get the black vote. But what these black folks understand is, how does this change the black situation? How does it change the black economic situation, the black social situation, or anything? There's still no change. I mean, Black Lives Matter started under the Obama administration when Michael Brown died, and this was under the first black president. And then there's other black places on high places nonsense. I asked them, we had the first black president. What do you feel about him destroying Libya along with NATO? Why didn't he, knowing his roots is from Kenya, say, wait a minute, we're not gonna just destroy this independent, economically dominating black country. We're gonna leave it alone. No, he went along with it. So what who cares if someone is black? Like I said, that's for the low IQ, low self-esteem Negro. Because
Amen.
they gotta see themselves. That's it. They don't care about policy. And these are the Negroes. They're like, if this is the majority of the black community is lost politically.
Cause T, man, the woman was more on the Trump side than actually my barber. My barber, he wanted to keep it low key. He really did want to keep it low key. He didn't want really politics to be involved. But yeah, the two ladies that sat down and everything, she was trying to figure out what has Biden Harris has actually done that improved our life. She mentioned inflation. Homie said inflation is down. She said bullshit. I gotta pay I gotta pay all this money when it comes to gas week to week.
But do you see how the woman is schooling the black man on this when he should be aware of this? It's like she's the objective one and he's not. It's like that is
I
so
thought this brother
frustrating,
was gonna
man.
be
If
on.
I was there, I would have been schooling him too, man. I
I
would
thought
not
this
have let
brother
that
was gonna
slide.
be on. I thought this brother was gonna be, man. Yeah, man, it's fucked up, man. I gotta spend 150 every week for gas. At least here in Cali, yeah, you do, because we still at the $5-6 range when it comes to gas prices. And I think the black Californian got to be the most delusional person. That's if he's still voting blue. He got to
Man,
be.
let me pass it to Alan. Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, I just think that Kamala is not a viable candidate. I disagree with everybody who's saying that like she earned everything. She did not. She yes, she's educated. I'm not one of the people who thinks that she's stupid, but my point is that she all along the way has found her way to get assistance. What qualifies somebody to be president is to actually do well in the primaries. She did not do that. She's never on a national level gone ahead and was able to attract votes. And I just don't see her being able to attract votes now. That Tulsi Gabbard thing where she just pretty much ended her campaign is going to be played this entire time. You are going to see it. Is something because she basically hit on everything that was wrong with Kamala Harris and her campaign. She panders too much to the lowest common denominator, talking about she's out for these streets and all these other things that she likes to do. And it doesn't come across as genuine. Nothing about her ever comes off as genuine. It always comes across as a cackle and fake, and that's really going to hurt her. Plus, I have zero confidence that she can actually deliver a good speech. She can argue, she can play that sassy role, or be a prosecutor, but she can't deliver a speech. I don't think she's ready for prime time, and I think it's going to be very obvious when you guys start to see more of her, as the Republicans and people at Fox News and the Daily Wire start picking up on some of the things from her past. I don't think that's slut shaming. I think that is all fair game. If Donald Trump's entire personal life was fair game, if Bill Clinton's entire personal life was fair game, then it is fair for people to bring up things about Kamala Harris too.
I don't think they're going to do it, man. You have to understand, man, we live in a liberal country, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
there is a double standard between men and women. If they bring that up, they're going to call them a bunch of sexist misogynists. And I think that may strengthen Kamala Harris.
See, I disagree. They did it with Fannie Willis. They just did it with Fannie Willis. But, I mean, that lawyers got involved. But, I mean, I don't know.
See, Diners, my worry in this case, I get. I mean, I support all what you guys are saying, but my worry here is, are you really believing the American population when it comes to really? When I mean generally, you have people that are very smart, but who really? Most people, the simplistic message that the Democrats have: abortion is women's health. Trump is a racist. Um, like some basic policies, they just generalize terms like getting an ID to vote. You trying to take rights from black people for voting rights. So they just take a small snippet of an issue and they make it so big that when people see it, it's simplistic to say, oh, why Republicans don't want black people to vote because they're not going to the ID part. Because if you talk to a black person and say, yo, do you think you need an ID to vote? Generally, most black people will be okay with it. But when you say you're taking rights from black people, if you ask them, please take that simple-minded people just pick it up. They're not gonna try to evaluate that. What does that mean? Is it a problem if I get an ID? Or when it comes to abortion, what does that mean? That's not just women's health. There are so many other things that have to do with a woman's health. So what the Democrats do, and because they own the media, it's easy for their message to go through. And that is why I'm telling you, I hope Trump wins, but I don't see it. I don't know. 4 months is a long time for that message to go around.
But sir,
It's gonna be close.
she was never able to, she's never been able to galvanize any votes. There's zero evidence that Kamala Harris can galvanize anybody to vote for her. She couldn't win the black vote when she
I
was
don't
running
believe
for president.
Kamala can, but they don't need her. I'm telling you, when you have the media, this big side of the media passing on your message so positively, it's easier to get. And when people are talking about money, Trump really don't need money to pass his message genuinely, because he has the name, ID, and he has the personality to do it. So I don't think he beat Hillary about 10-1 in spending the 2016 election. Hillary outspent Trump about almost 10-1. He still beat her. So I'm not worried about the money side. My worry is just the media and how they propagate the Republican message. I'm telling you, I don't see it.
Look, what the media is doing is making it look like this is going to be a fair election, like she has a chance. Because what the media needs, they need people to tune in every day to watch them. So if they don't sell the story that Kamala has a chance, no one's going to tune in. They just going to, oh, Trump's going to win as a landslide, which is what's going to happen. But they can't say that right now. They need
I
to.
get what
They
you
need
are
to.
saying
Guys,
about
let
that.
me let me pass the mic to Black Line. Go ahead, Black Line. And guys,
Okay.
links in the chat room. If you want to add to the conversation, you can. Links in the chat room. Go ahead, Black Line.
Oh.
Black Line. Black Line.
Yeah.
Okay. You there, Black Line? You there?
Yeah. I was waiting for the brother to finish.
Go ahead. Black Line, go ahead. The floor is yours. Black Line.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got a delay on your end. Go ahead, Black Line.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go. Yes, we hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Man. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Ah,
Yo, this
Black
man
Line,
trolling,
man.
bro.
Nah,
This man trolling.
call back, Black Line. Call back, man. Call back. Get off your Obama
Turn
phone.
off your YouTube. Turn off
This
your
man
YouTube.
trolling hard, bro.
Okay. All right, y'all. I don't know what's going on, Black Line. Yeah, that was weird.
Nah, man, he trolling. But you know what, man? We got 4 months. Kamala, it would be interesting to hear her speeches. I think something is going to come up with her. I think what conservatives have to do, especially the white ones, is they really got to go into her California record and bring all of the nonsense prosecutions that she did specifically against black people and lay it out. The same way Tulsi Gabbard did, which visibly, like Kamala versus Trump said, that really ended Kamala Harris. They got to do the same thing. And they got to have some black person on the Trump campaign to prep these white boys on how to handle these sassy black women. Because if you cannot handle a sassy black woman, she's going to call you all type of names, cut you off, make you look like a racist. If you can't reverse it back on them, make them look like a hypocrite, and not be on the defense all the time, you're going to lose because Kamala Harris is going to pull that sassiness off. And she's going to do the same thing about Trump. Call him a racist, call him how we don't like women, talk about January 6th. If Trump cannot effectively make her look like a raging hypocrite towards black people and go about her policy, Trump, I don't know if he'll do good in that debate.
I think Trump is going to do just fine in the debate, and I think he's going to be here. I don't think what you guys underestimate is that there's a lot of people who do not appreciate the shall we say the black histrionics that and so as a result, that's not going to come across as presidential to most people. It's going to come. She's going to be labeled. Again, it's going to be yet another label that she's going to have to wear. That's the reason why I think she's going to get destroyed in this campaign. She's going to do a little better than Biden, but not much, not more than a couple points. She's a couple percentage points. She's going to get destroyed, and this is going to be epic loss. The only reason why they put her out there is so that she doesn't damage, because they figure she doesn't damage people down ticket. But she has no shot at winning this. She's a lame duck candidate.
And I don't even know what policies, and this is the problem with the black community in general, man. Like, you can't, like, what policy does she even support, or what is her policies? You know,
Abortion.
Yeah, that's it. Abortion and illegal immigration, I guess, because she's a strong immigrant advocate, like illegal immigrant advocate. Like, I listened to her. She completely says, I'm for women, LGBT, and illegal immigration. That's what she says constantly. So
But
I
you,
have no idea
but
how
you
a
really
black
need to
man could
catch.
look at that and still vote for her.
But you need to catch the
Unless
lot.
you're an immigrant from another country and you need your family to come over here illegally, that's the only black man I can see voting for her.
But
Or unless you're just dumb. I don't
but
know.
you need to catch the lie that they present, because they say that the SBA, black businesses had record amounts of funding for the SBA. Mind you, we have 2.2 million black businesses in this country. Only 4,700 black businesses got SBA funding, and they're touting that its record amount of funding. $774 billion in government contracts was issued in 2023's fiscal year. $774 billion. Out of the 4,700 businesses, they only got $10 billion. Mind you, there was 2 million applicants that applied for SBA funding. Only 4,700 got the money. But but Biden Harris is touting that black businesses got records amount of funding. 4,700. That's
All right,
a terrible ratio, but I'm done.
Yeah, let me pass the black line. Go ahead, black line.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay. Man, I'll be okay. I'll be bluntly honest and real quick. I don't want to take too much of you guys' time, but yeah, I don't want that bitch in office. I just seen her being nominated. That really made.
Let's not call out over Renee. But
okay, fine,
yeah,
respectfully.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't. Damn, I can't believe that she's running to a serious degree. Like, it's frustrating that now I'm here. Ever since she got nominated by Biden and everything, and she's getting all the necessary resources. But all I have been hearing for the last 24 hours, like, don't vote for her because she's dark skinned and female. No one's talking about her background. Nobody's talking about what she did to African American males in particularly. No one's talking about the amount of pedophiles she damn near protected, where she threw away the case that 32 cities signed to get her to persecute pedophiles at a religious institution. No one's talking about this. All I hear was because she's black or so-called black and she's female. And it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. Like I agree. A lot of people are going for her because I have emotion. No logic, no background checks. And believe me, I'm really upset at the fact that is like, for some reason, especially in our community, is the fact that she put so many decent black men in jail. There's literally black men right now on Instagram, social media talking about this. They're giving, the black men are saying, don't vote for her. She put my friend, my brother, my cousin in jail with their names and their case numbers. Like, you guys don't believe me? Look this case up. They're literally giving information because of what she has systemically done. And what's so frustrating is that no one is, everybody, they're like, those type of, the brothers who are telling this information, they're getting attacked, they're getting looked down upon. It's like, do you guys really support white supremacy and blackface, or have blackface or whatever?
Yes, they do. Go ahead.
It's like, it was so frustrating. It's like, you guys don't understand. Listen, it's like, okay, but, and why I question other black people this, it's like, okay, let's say you're right. Trump is not like the best option. But what makes think she's the better option for us? What has she systemically done? She went to whole HBCU, one of the best in the country. Got with the European man with the family. The probably doesn't hurt with the community, doesn't even like her ass. She literally put black men in jail, and HBCU still sponsor her. She has done nothing for black people except put us in jail, and it hurts me to a serious degree. Where she will, like, we see so many of our communities who, it's like, do you guys really care about black men whatsoever? She put us in jail, and the fact that we're still pushing her just because she's having to be a little darker and just because she's female. It's frustrating. It's like, did you guys not forget? She was trying to put the LGBT agendas in the African nations. Did any of us forget about that? No one's talking about that.
Hey, Black Line, I'm gonna do a show on that later on today. Go ahead.
Yeah, she did the same thing, but Obama did.
Okay. Yeah, like we just forget. And she said she's not doing systemic anything for us. And like she says systemically, I'm not gonna help black people particularly. No reparations or whatsoever. She said that in our faces. No different than Biden says, you ain't vote for me, you ain't black. We've been disrespected publicly by these two. And we're still giving these types of people a chance? All because because of the Trump 2025 bill? Man, forget that damn bill. I'm not worried about that. We can handle that BS later. Like, these guys are really not in it for us. And what's going on in Chicago for a lot of black people is like politically in the Democrat Party, it's like, hells no. I seen the results of it. That's what, like the state, the way it's going now is like, if you dumb Negroes vote for her out of emotion, out of fear, and out of admiration because she's black and female and went to HBCU, then damn, we're pretty much screwed in the long term. We're pretty much very screwed because it's so frustrating. It's frustrating that we're getting a white supremacist in blackface to be the face of America. And it's like, you guys, just because Trump was literally caught for some things, don't make these two like they're the angels of God. These guys has done some devilish shit. It's not, the only difference is it's not in the media. That's the only difference. Like, they went to a debate right now. Trump got at least a leeway saying, okay, what you done for black people? At least I mentioned them not having jobs, economic opportunity. What have you given them? What have you given them? How the issues how you saw in Chicago? How you help the black community shape perform? At least I mentioned them. You at least I mentioned them once. Man, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with everything. I agree with everything.
Alan, 1 second. Now, in fact, I'll bring this up to you, Alan. I'll suggest this to you. I'll bring this up to you. Do you notice, like, a lot of the sisters aren't bringing up forget the black men, all right? The truancy with the women that she locked up?
Yeah, people don't want to know about that. They really don't want to know. What they got caught up in is the iconography. They did the same thing that they did with Barack Obama with her. She couldn't win anything. When they selected her, all of a sudden you started seeing the pictures of her walking and being a strong black woman and representing, with blending her into history. They just fell for the iconography of the whole thing, which is very, very strange. How quickly people were able to turn on a dime and be in full support of this woman. I agree with everything that brother said, though. Everything he said was 100% correct. I want people to look up the cases of Jamal Truelove, which kind of, this will sum it all up. What's the problem with black people? Jamal Truelove was convicted of a crime that he did not commit. Kamala prosecuted him. Kamala went ahead and usually she has other attorneys do it, but on his sentencing day, Kamala showed up just to stare him down, right? And have him sent to prison personally. This brother went on the Breakfast Club, or Charlemagne the God, and was interviewed in 2020, told his story about how Kamala did all this stuff to him personally, but encouraged people to go vote for Kamala Harris because we can't let the orange man in. And that in a nutshell is black people.
All right, a low value man, Dusty, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought I'd chime in. All the women that were like against Kamala initially with Joe Biden, what I've noticed, like this may be anecdotal whatsoever, so I mean you could take it with a grain of salt. But just like people I personally know and online and everything, nobody liked Kamala. Like there's a lot of like ill words towards her. And then now that Biden dropped out and completely is out of the race, now you see like a lot of people just flipped. And a lot of the people like I see that were initially against Kamala when she was being behind Biden, now that she's a presidential candidate, like all those people switched. And it's just kind of no surprise to me. The way I look at it is just like past experiences, and also like with Obama, where it's like it's just very easy to convince black people to do whatever they want, whatever you want them to do. And because they played this whole thing with the identity politics, it's like, I mean, it's been an effective strategy. It worked with Obama when they try to get the White House back after Bush. So they've just like leaned pretty hard into it. And what I've noticed is on the Democratic side, a lot of people have endorsed Kamala, except for Barack Obama and I think Nancy Pelosi. But for the most part, like most of the Democratic Party has endorsed her.
All right, go ahead, Alan. And guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in after the conversation, click on the link. In fact, real quick, we're rolling to Nigeria August 4th through the 13th. We're rolling to Nigeria August 4th through the 13th. If you're interested in joining us, I have one more spot remaining. Again, we're rolling to Nigeria August 4th through the 13th. Also, we're rolling to Benin for the Voodoo Festival January 3rd through the 12th. Sierra Leone, April 20th through the 29th. And then we're also rolling to Senegal for the Jazz Festival, June 1st through the 10th. So if you're interested in joining us on any of these trips, please visit donfo.africa. Again, please visit donfo.africa. And then let me read these super chats as well. Shout out to Brandon for the $10 holla. Ninja celebrated 2 million. Voto Latino just pledged her 44 million. Latinos win again. Ninjas hate Democrats enough not to give them money, but love them too much to vote for another party. John Henry, thank you for $5 holla. Vote for the couch. Woke Quill, how Kamala handled the border is how she'll handle the country. John Henry, booty hole brown, kneecaps black. All right, Samuel Kings, thank you for the $1.99. Samuel Kings, thank you for the $1.99. I'm black, voting Trump 2024. Leah Boucher, black man for Kamala. Don't be an incel. Okay, thank you. Leah Boucher again. Black people don't be led to poverty by dynasts. Okay, whatever. Thank you for the super chat. All gas, no brakes. When will we realize that black female liberal doesn't care about black men, heterosexual black men? Okay. All right. Alan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead. If you want.
Yeah. No, again, I don't get how people think that this woman Kamala has a chance. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch any conservative media in terms of like people like Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly's destroying Kamala right now. I think they're going overboard. I think they're out there saying they're literally calling her dumb. But I can't defend her and say that she's doesn't sound dumb in public when she keeps repeating the same catchphrases over and over and over again.
She sound more drunk than anything, bro.
Yeah.
She sound like
I
she
don't.
done drunk a whole bunch of Mai Tais, Alan.
You know what? You're right. She does sound like the girl at the bar you meet who giggles and yeah, she does. Yeah. Never even thought of it that way. But yeah,
Open bar. Because the homie Mateo, man, he worked at the Caesar's Palace. When she came down, the boss had everybody do a salute. And he said that she sounded like she'd been drinking.
The thing is that how like easy it is to sway the Democrat votes. Like they just wanted anybody better than Biden. Like it didn't matter if it was a dog, a gorilla, just like anything up there, they'll take it.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. They needed somebody better, but the fact of the matter is they played this game where they didn't pick somebody who was actually capable of doing the job, because I don't think she's capable. She's not ready for prime time, and they picked somebody just because she's somebody who could stay out the way of the president. And lo and behold, the president got declined in front of her eyes. And the only person who could take the campaign money and use the campaign and PAC money that they'd already raised in the current organization is Kamala Harris. That's the reason why she's running. They're stuck with her. They stuck with somebody who they chose for all the wrong reasons.
All right, links in the chat room. If you guys want to call in, click on the link. Link is in the chat room. This is somebody in the chat room asked, Dinah's guest chat, what is it that Black people want Kamala to do specifically, please? I don't want Kamala. I'm not voting for her, so I really don't care. But as far as other Black people, nothing. Black people galvanized and gave her over $2 million just because. But yeah, I don't need nothing from her. Like, I'm not voting for her. So, but guys, links in the chat room if you want to call and add to the conversation, you can. If not, we'll start closing out because I'm gonna do another show later on today, speaking on Kamala's agenda for Africa if she gets into office. So yeah,
Kamala is doing the same thing that Barack Obama did. He went over there and started scolding people about LGBTQ rights, and it's a vast overreach, and it's kind of ridiculous. And as with anything, Kamala finds a way to do it in a more condescending way. If you watch the way that she did it, it is very condescending, and it even set up some brother to ask a question so that she could do that.
Oh.
So I can't wait for your next show.
So somebody said Kamala will beat Trump in a debate, and we all know it. No. Kamala is all word salad. All words. That's all. So
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm gonna pass it. Is that you, Bantu, talking, or is that low value man talking?
Oh, it's low value man.
Go ahead. I'm gonna pass it to Bantu. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say this and I was gonna drop off. Yeah, I feel like they had to go with Kamala just because, like, with Obama and all the stuff they've been doing in the past, they lean too much into like the identity politics. So it's like they kind of have no choice. A lot of the voters they're gonna lose, just with all this stuff that they've been propping up, with like trans and Black women, this and all these different weird ideas they've been throwing along. I mean, it would just like alienate a lot of their voters to try and go back to the center, which they were before. And then this last point I'll make is Trump losing to Kamala in a debate is completely idiotic. Like, literally, all he has to do is just point out literally just one topic, like the woman that accused Joe Biden of rape. What was her name? I think it was like Tara Reid or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, she said she believed her.
Kamala said she believed them.
Yeah, and then she went on to basically throw all that away and be on Biden's like cabinet. It's like that right there just completely destroys everything she stands on. It just means like she literally stands on nothing. So yeah, it wouldn't even be a debate. It'd just be a massacre.
Okay, go ahead, Bantu.
Oh, I was just thinking, I don't think Kamala really has a chance to win against Trump. But if Biden won against Trump, which I think they stole the election, I think they could do the same thing with her. That's what I was thinking about. But as far as a straight up debate, nah, I don't think she got a chance.
All right, cool. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Peace.
Peace.